that shit out. And all
Give
I'm
us a
saying
few
is
minutes, man.
the
We'll
nigga
be
gets
there
70
shortly.
plays
Out the roots, he let the beats build, bitch, and we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section, cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap, always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me, no.
We live from the boxing section, you dusty ass niggas. What's going on, man? We live from the boxing section, god damn it. What's going on? Listen, man, I know I said we're gonna talk about some boxing, but nah, fuck that. We're gonna talk about some football, man. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to join the panel, link is in the chat. We're gonna talk about the football, you know what I'm saying? Backed by popular demand. Football is in the house. Feel me? So it's football season, man. So we ready to go. Hold on real quick. Yeah, man. It's football season, goddammit. Because we ain't got no... But don't forget, this week, man, we are definitely in the building in Las Vegas. We're going to see Troy Isley get down tomorrow and things like that. This weekend, not tomorrow, but this weekend, we're going to see Troy Isley get down. Looking forward to seeing him do what he does, man. You know what I'm saying? Get this knockout and move forward, celebrate with the fellas. We're going to have a great time, man. We out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Yeah, man. So basically, we're gonna argue about some football today, man. Yeah, I mean, bring your favorite team, bring them. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about who you like, what team you think is better. We're gonna do all that tonight, man. We got King Judah, man, the Baltimore Ravens own. What's going on, big dog? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, bro. Like I said, man, my thing is I felt what a homie was coming from, but at the same time, man, it's like a lot of the stuff that was going on with Lamar Jackson is deeper than just X's and O's. You see what I'm saying? Like the whole thing about him knowing that he needs to order about a play, but he can't do it. When have you ever heard of something like that before in the NFL?
Yeah.
A quarterback, because in practice, a quarterback that's part of what you pray. A quarterback identifying with a play that we giving him is not favorable versus the defense he's reading. They're trained to audible into a new play. When have you ever heard of a quarterback not being able to audible into a new play when he sees that the play that he has isn't favorable against the defense he's reading?
So what is John Harbaugh saying about all this stuff?
And that's what all Raven fans are frustrated about, because at this point we want Harbaugh gone and Greg Roman gone, because it's like it basically seems like Greg Roman is incompetent and John Harbaugh is enabling him. Instead of you being the head coach and saying, "Well, look, man, this is my franchise quarterback. If he sees the play he needs to go to, he shouldn't have to bump heads with you." And that's why John Harbaugh is known as a player's coach. He's not like a Bill Belichick where he's real hard and stern. This is one of them times where we want John Harbaugh to put his foot down more. Put your foot down and then you say what's going to happen. Don't have our quarterback bumping heads with our offensive coordinator when you should have the final say so anyway. Our quarterback shouldn't have to say nothing about that. You should step in and say, well, look, if he's reading the play and he feels like this play not favorable, he should be able to call, he should be able to order into something else without your say so. Because it don't matter how bad, it don't matter how smart or dumb a quarterback is. This is part of football for a quarterback. They get sent in with the play and they get sent in with possible audibles they can go to. This is every single play. So this has nothing to do with intelligence. This is the fact that for whatever reason, our offensive coordinator on some type of power trip where he don't feel like Lamar should be able to call an audible.
So why don't he call the audible anyway? What they gonna do? Bench him?
That's my thing. So, and like I said, I think everybody's personality different. I think Lamar Jackson is one of them people who tries to be respectful or not rock the boat. But last year, that's when everything kind of came to a head. That's when he had that blow up. And when I'm telling you this, anybody listening, or if you want to check it out later, you can type it up in YouTube about Lamar Jackson's meltdown on the sideline. That's the first time you ever seen him like that. He's usually real calm and collected. But I mean, he was throwing his helmet, kicking over the bench, everything. He fed up with our offensive coordinator. And I think this is a situation where John Harbaugh should step in. Either you step in and you tell both of them how it's going to be, or you need to get rid of that coordinator, because at this point Lamar Jackson is more valuable than the coordinator, in my opinion. If they can't get along, I mean, what you think, brother? If they can't get along, what would you do?
I don't really like Greg Roman that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He kind of fucked us up with that shit that he pulled in San Francisco. So I didn't really get down with it.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. But like I said, this year, a lot of people gonna be surprised as to what the Ravens actually what we gonna show, because we finally got our whole team back, and Lamar Jackson with those two new coordinators we got in, they coordinate the pass game. They kind of opened Lamar Jackson passing game up, because I mean he had one game last year where he actually passed for 400 yards in a game, and that's something that people said he couldn't do.
Yeah, I mean he a bad motherfucker. You ain't got to convince me.
Yeah,
I'm the wrong nigga to convince. But my cousin played for the Ravens.
Oh, who that is?
Kyle Harrington.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you jersey. Yep, 2-4. He played for the Patriots too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what you think about this upcoming season, man? I know you're going for your team to win it all.
I'm looking forward to all this shit, dog.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this shit, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm hella excited, bro.
I am too, just because, especially with this, the way boxing looking right now, bro. It's kind of seemed like the fights that I really want to see is one or two people holding it up on
man,
some.
We ain't talking about boxing tonight, man. We got.
Oh, not I got you. We
got enough boxing in the background, man. It's football. We talking about football right now.
I got you. Yeah, man. I'm excited about it, bro. Because like I said, this the year I think and I'm not just saying it because I'm a Ravens fan, bro. I really believe we gonna win the Super Bowl this year, bro. I believe it.
I ain't going that far because the Niners is looking real good. I like Trey Lance, man. Trey Lance, they said he's looking really, really good. I just want to see him like in preseason form. You know what I'm saying? He looked good last year, but I want to see what he gonna do this year, bro. I'm excited for that. That's what I really want to see. I want to see what he gonna do this year.
Yeah, man. Trey Lance, yeah. A lot of people felt some type of way about them moving on from Garoppolo, but I thought it was time, bro. Because to me, Garoppolo just one of them quarterbacks. He like a game manager, bro. Like he's not a game changer. He's a game manager.
Right.
And I think if you can find you a player a quarterback who you think is a game changer, you got to let that guy go. This not the past no more. When you have a good quarterback and you develop him for 3 or 4 years, I don't believe in that. I believe you throw him right in there. Throw him right in, let him get his feet wet. So I think Trey probably should have been playing last year, to be honest with you.
He hurt his thumb.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We should have traded that motherfucker for 2 squeegees and 2 pennies. Shit.
So that's your team. You with the Niners?
Oh man, gang. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man. I like the Niners, man. I like the Niners. Like I said, far as football, bro. Like I said, I don't believe this year a lot of those pocket, because it's not even a lot of pocket passers to begin with. Everybody's
a dual threat quarterback now, bro.
Right.
His favorite quarterback, Josh Allen, is a dual threat quarterback. Nobody's just standing in the pocket the whole time doing this. They're not doing that, bro.
Exactly. I think what Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford, they like the last of the Mohicans, right?
Bro, Matthew Stafford got lucky this year, bro.
Oh yeah,
That
they
was
just surrounded him with
us.
they just surrounded him with a super team, bro.
No, bro. If that nigga don't drop that interception, bro, they don't win that fucking game.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They motherfuckers got lucky.
Yeah, man. So when y'all preseason game is?
Shit, I think gotta be this weekend.
Yeah, we got one. We got one this weekend too. But I don't think we not playing none of our starters after what happened last year, bro. They said we not playing a single starter.
I just wish I really wish I had got a receiver. See, my homeboy Coop, he the reason why I can't never give y'all no credit or no praise, because this motherfucker always talking shit about the Niners and he a Ravens fan. So I
Yeah.
always talking shit to him the whole
Yeah.
time. Join the pedal, John. You ain't doing shit.
Yeah, we got that guy. We got that kid Rashad Bateman. Man, I like him. He pretty good, bro. He pretty good, bro. Like a lot of people saying that they wanted to see us get a big free agent, and I agree. We should have got a free agent. I think we had a chance to get Odell Beckham at one point. Even Julio Jones was thinking about joining us at one point. And it's like the Ravens just really don't invest in receivers. You just gotta look at how the money being spent. They really don't invest in receivers, and when they do talk to these free agent receivers, they offer them peanuts. You know what I mean? That's the way our negotiations go. So basically, if John Harbaugh had a chance to get a defensive player, like a real good free agent linebacker, he'd offer him the moon. But when it comes down to a top, a top market receiver, he offer these guys peanuts, and that's why we never get them. They just don't put emphasis on it, And the thing is, we never have receivers because they don't put emphasis on it. And then when we have a bad year offensively, or we can't move the ball in the air, Lamar Jackson takes all the blame.
But y'all should have got AJ Brown, but I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing.
Yeah.
Y'all should have went out for Devontae Adams as well.
Yeah, we just like we not offering them money, and then they know too that we are running teams. So a lot of receivers looking like, well, my numbers gonna drop and my money gonna drop. They like to hear with it. So I know my catch is gonna go down, and you trying to offer me less money, like they they're not going with it.
They say Baltimore Ravens don't develop their receivers. Yeah. Green. Hey, we're gonna see what Aaron Rodgers is gonna do this shit without Devontae Adams, though.
Right.
That's what we're gonna see.
I like Aaron Rodgers, but like I said, bro, I do believe his whole career he always had some real good receivers also, and that's important, man. Like that's real important. Like you got to have those receivers, bro. A quarterback is only good as his receivers, and the receivers is only good as a quarterback.
Right. That's most definitely true. But I think, sometimes you can bring the best out of your receivers, but it's like you got to have something.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to have some type of running game or something. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Because last year they try to call Hollywood Brown our number one receiver. Man, that dude led the league in drops, bro. Like one game, Lamar Jackson threw this dude like 3 touchdowns. I'm not exaggerating, against the Lions, bro. He dropped all of them, bro, like in the end zone. Like what quarterback? What other quarterback going through that with their number one receiver? I just name me one. What other quarterback have to deal with their number one receiver dropping 3 touchdowns?
You said Hollywood Brown dropped them passes?
Hell yeah. He led the league in drops, I think, but specifically that game against the Lions, that dude dropped like 3 touchdowns. We frustrated as hell as Ravens fans, because like I say, we already dealing with injuries, and Lamar making these magical plays to keep us in it, and you just dropping the ball, man. So that's why he ultimately ended up leaving, is because the Ravens fans lost faith in him, and he didn't want to play for a team where the fans didn't support him.
Yeah, I don't know if they used him right that year neither, because when Greg Roman got there, he didn't. What year is that? Because he won the MVP without Greg Roman, right?
I can't even remember, bro. To be honest with you, I think that was Greg Roman first year, maybe. I think he did win it with him.
Let me see.
But Hollywood should have been in the slot from jump, bro. That dude he not an outside, he not an outside receiver, bro. Like he should have been in the slot anyway.
Greg Roman. Let's see when he got to the Ravens. Let me add on to the Snapchat so everybody can see. Share to the stream yard. Okay. So 2019. They got there 22. So 2020. So 19 for the last 3 years. All right. Let's go Lamar Jackson. Let's see, MVP year. Yeah, well, that was his first year with the nigga. And then so I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So he did win the MVP with the nigga.
Yeah, he a great. Like when it come down to the running game, I don't want to get rid of him far as him, drawing up these running plays, but he
And
shouldn't
y'all
have.
also had Mark Ingram too, so y'all had a better running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Greg Roman was his offensive coordinator, so shit, what can you really say?
Yeah, the fallout is just that he won't give Lamar free reign to do what Lamar can do because Dez Bryant and Marquise Brown basically came out and said that Lamar Jackson can make all the throws. He said we in practice running these plays. Lamar Jackson can make all the throws, but we get in the game and Greg Roman not calling the same plays. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got a quarterback who's showing you that he can make all the throws against the first team defense, which I mean, I know you understand, bro. We have one of the better defenses in the league, for a secondary go. So if he can make these throws against Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters, what make you think he couldn't do it against these other cornerbacks in the league?
That's a fact.
And nobody understands like this whole beef between Greg Roman and Lamar Jackson. Like it's hard to understand. But at this point, I don't blame Greg Roman at all. I blame John Harbaugh for, letting him stay around or not putting his foot down, bro. Like you can't, as a head coach, bro, how can you see that your starting quarterback bumping heads with your offensive coordinator, and you see that your starting quarterback is in the right? Because if you're the head coach watching him making all these throws, why aren't you questioning him about not calling the same plays in game?
But he probably don't got no power with that. He probably ain't got no juice as it pertains to that. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a Ravens thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. You might, but like I said, a lot of us as Raven fans, we confused. We just frustrated, bro, because we know our team have the talent to make any type of noise in the league, bro. Like, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan, but Eric DeCosta, they real good at putting teams together. We have a squad, bro. That's why a lot of people, the reason why we was able to be successful with 20 players out is because our backups can be starters on most teams. That's how good they are at recruiting, because our backups are almost as good as starters. And it's just, I mean, we see what y'all got. Like, why y'all can't do nothing with it? Why we struggling? And it's like stupid struggling. It's not even struggling because we're not good. It's struggling because we're not being smart. But man, like I said, I digress on that one. I can't wait till this season because I'm
hella juiced. I'm
yeah.
super excited.
Yeah, so y'all got rid of Debo Samuel or what?
No, hell no. We signed him. Fuck out
Oh,
of here.
okay. Yeah, because I like Debo, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I like Debo Sam. I like what he bring to the game, bro, because he the first receiver I seen that can be used like that. Because when they give him that screen, that dude turned into a running back. That's dangerous, bro. That's like he turned to a running back, bro. Like he get 10 yards a pop. Every time I see him catch a screen, I just know that's a first down. Every time.
Absolutely. It was a dog.
Right. We got one, his name Devin Duvernay. He remind me a lot of Debo. I hope we can use him the same way.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping Lamar can get some shit done, man, because he get a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? All these other quarterbacks don't get the rap that he get.
Right. That's why I said, man, when you listen to these analysts talk, they always talk about Super Bowl or bust for Lamar Jackson, but you don't hear Super Bowl or bust for Justin Herbert. You don't hear Super Bowl or bust for Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how many years Josh Allen been in the league? Same amount, right?
Yeah, I think it's the same amount as Lamar.
That nigga ain't got no he ain't an MVP, do he?
Nah, he ain't got no MVPs, none of that. And I like Josh Allen, man. I just still, me personally, I don't see where Josh Allen had these seasons that just make people think he like the next up. Like if anybody the next up, I would say Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand where this whole Josh Allen thing coming from, because
The sex symbol has joined us. What's up, DJ? DJ, you on mute, cuz. Judah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with his shit. I ain't gonna lie though, Josh Allen's a fucking baller though, bro. He
Yeah, I like him.
Hey, listen, that motherfucker saved my fantasy year 1 year. My son
Yeah.
picked that nigga on accident. Hey, listen, my son picked that nigga on accident after fucking up my pick. He picked fucking Ezekiel Elliott on for me and shit. Pissed me off. But then he accidentally touched. He almost messed up twice, nigga.
Yeah, this season, I think this season gonna be entertaining as hell, bro. Because really, I think this is gonna be the most competitive season we watched in a long time. I think it's a lot of good teams right now.
Dog, this should be good, man. I'm telling you, this shit. It feels like it's gonna be a great fucking year in football, as long as
Yeah.
my team stay healthy. Cause we're notorious for fucking niggas getting hurt and shit, man.
Yeah, what you think Russell Wilson gonna do with the Broncos?
Shit, I'm getting away from me. I'm glad that motherfucker is away from me. Goddamn it.
we got to deal with him.
I'm sick of that motherfucker, boy. Thank God he away from me. Thank God he got to face all y'all niggas before he ever got to see us again.
Right.
We got to see a nigga this year though. We got to see the nigga this year.
I think that AFC a little different, bro. Like what I mean by that is if you started off in the NFC, when you make that move to the AFC, it'd be a shock, bro. Because you know most AFC teams play outside in the cold. You know most NFC teams play in a dome. If you look at it, I think most NFC teams play inside, bro. Like and when they outside, it's in the heat. You know what I mean? Because they in the South or whatever. Most of these teams in the South, a lot of them in the South. But when you talk about AFC, man, you talking about outside in the cold in the rain.
DJ, what's up with it, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on? So I had to switch browsers. What's going on, King Zoo? You still with us? Hold on. That's an interesting point you just made. Let me really think of it. Let me write this down. Let's see. Indy. You got Houston. You got who else? In the AFC.
For the AFC?
I think that's about it for real.
What? In domes?
In the AFC. I never really thought about it.
Everybody got domes in the AFC.
Who else? I got Indy and I got Houston.
For domes?
Yeah.
For domes in the AFC.
San Diego?
Yeah, okay. We can do that. We can do Chargers. All right. So that's 3.
Hold on.
But see, the NFC, you got
Hold on. Vegas.
You got okay, Vegas. Okay.
Let's think
you got
on
Atlanta,
this.
New Orleans, Minnesota, Detroit. Who else?
The NFC got a lot of fucking domes, huh?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you, bro. That's a difference, bro.
I never thought about that.
That's why Tom Brady. That's why in Tom Brady old age, bro, he wanted to go down south. He wanted to get out of there.
Right.
He's like, man, I want to.
Right. And that's why I don't understand why anybody wouldn't want to play in New Orleans. You get what is it now? 9-10 games a year in the dome.
Right. Right.
You know, so I know for sure it used to be 9. You get 9 games a year in the dome.
Right, and that's why
home games, and you got your one game in Atlanta.
I can say that. I can say that for sure, bro. It's harder. It's harder to be a quarterback in the AFC.
Don't really got no domes,
huh?
It's hard. Yeah, it's harder to be a quarterback in the AFC. Man, I've been saying that for years, bro. Like, it actually is harder to be a quarterback in the AFC. Look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre played his whole career.
The AFC North, all them teams outside. You got to play outside in that slushy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you in the North,
Detroit.
Like when you in the North, like look at Brett Favre. Even though he was an NFC team, he was up there in Green Bay where it snowed a lot. You know, this is a dude that's from Mississippi. He said that was a culture shock. But look at him when he came to the Vikings. That was actually his best year statistically when he wasn't in the AFC, when he wasn't in the North anymore. When he played for the Vikings, he actually had the best.
He used to play. I'm telling you now. Go back and look at some of them old tapes. He used to play outstanding in them. When it was the Silver Dome, like when it was the Pontiac Silver Dome. Oh, he used to kill Detroit in there, and he used to kill the Metro Dome. That's why Vikings fans hate him now. He used to come in the Metro Dome and show out, man. Yeah,
Brett Favre was a bad, but that was my favorite quarterback when I was younger.
Who, Brett Favre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a Green Bay fan, bro. Like, that's why people ask me about being diehard. I'm like, I don't think I'm a diehard fan because I grew up a Green Bay fan. I follow players. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I follow players. You know what I'm saying? A certain player have an effect on me, and that's the team I roll with, and that's just kind of how I am, bro. Because I'm from Louisiana actually, but I don't rock with the Saints like that. You know, they just
A lot of people didn't because people don't. You know, it's a whole generation of people who don't remember when the Saints was ass.
Yeah, they don't even remember
when they really was the Aints outside of the Atlanta Falcons fans. Like, bro, when you hear Falcons fans talk today, even to this day, right?
Yeah,
and they are so excited, bro. You have no idea. These Falcons fans are salivating at their first game to play the Saints. They want the Saints, so they hate the Saints.
Right.
Hate them the same way I feel about the Dallas Cowgirls, right? You know what I mean? So it's just they feel like they're actually gonna be pretty good. But just growing up, you know, down here in Alabama around all these Falcons fans.
Oh, okay,
I remember when the Saints was terrible. When they had even when they was kind of average, when they had Aaron Brooks. A lot of people don't remember Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Michael Vick cousin. That's his
Michael Vick cousin. A lot of people don't remember when they had Deuce McAllister and them guys, man, and Robert Mitchum.
Right.
So it's
hey, but they're gonna be pretty good this year, bro. Like,
but a lot of people are not expecting the Saints to be that good this year. I think they're gonna be halfway decent. I
think they actually gonna be good, bro. Like, I got faith in Jameis Winston, bro. I'm one of them people, bro. I got faith in Jameis Winston. Because now tell me how y'all feel about this, because I argue with everybody who talk about it. You know, everybody want to get on Jameis Winston about the 30 interceptions, right? But I tell people, I played football my whole life, and I tell people, y'all always talk about the 30 interceptions, but you forget the 5,000 yards passing with the 33 touchdowns. And I tell people, they say,
he's from Alabama.
He just get, he got look. I say, bro, I don't care what level you playing on. If you pass for 5,000 yards, you know what you're doing. I don't care if you playing pee-wee football. If you playing pee-wee football and you pass 5,000 yards, you know what you're doing. Period.
Well, context matters in that too, because I got to keep that same energy, because I believe in. I'm not a big believer in Dakota Rain. I think for his first few years in the league, I think he's had 2 good seasons, and the rest of them he's been stat packing. You know what I mean? I think a lot of them games, how can you look up at the end of the season and you done had 4,500 yards, or you done threw for 5,000 yards and 25 touchdowns and only 2 or 3 or 5 interceptions, but yet your team 8-9, or you missed the playoffs. So I always kept that same energy because I saw Dakota Rain doing it. A lot of games they were out of it. And a lot of games they kept him in there when it was a blowout just to try to stat pack. So, it's a fine line with that. It all depends on where it comes in the game. For a long time, they were calling that man Stat Pafford up there instead of Matthew Stafford. His name was Stat Pafford. Because you look up and he'd have 5,000 yards on the season or 4,000 yards on the season, but they were 4-12. So how did that happen? You know what I mean?
I never had respect for him just for the simple fact that, he had one of the best receivers ever, in Calvin Johnson. I think that's what made him look good a lot, because without Calvin Johnson, he didn't do much until they put him around a super team. And everybody seemed to look over the fact that when he went to the Rams, they surrounded that dude with a super team.
Jared Goff had just taken that team to the Super Bowl like 4 years ago.
Bro,
Yeah.
he still almost fucked it up, bro. He almost fucked it up. Jimmy G is, man, that fucking Jimmy G, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, and I heard you speaking about Debo earlier. Debo is a great talent. Been watching him since his freshman year in South Carolina. You know, we down here in SEC country, baby. I watched all these guys come up. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So I've been
Debo.
watching him since he was a freshman in South Carolina. You know
I
who
think
else was doing that in the league before him? Just probably not at the same level, but he was also a Pro Bowler. Golden Tate.
I was just about to say that, bro. Because that's who he reminded me of.
He's a bigger version of Golden Tate.
Right.
Golden Tate had great ball skills when he got the ball in his hand, too.
Hey, tell me what you think, but I think right now, bro, I think that's the biggest weapon in football right now, bro. Because, you know, I look at how the game changed and what becomes a weapon. Right now, to me, that receiver / running back on the outside versus them small cornerbacks, that's starting to look like the most dangerous weapon in football right now.
Well, if you really look at it, like, the cornerbacks are the same size as the receivers now, because you saw a lot of guys, you started seeing the shift around the time the Legion of Boom started coming in. You started seeing a lot of these guys who played receiver going over to play corner. Now that's why you see a lot of corners now that are 6 foot, 6'2", 6'4", 6'3".
Right.
It's the dynamic is starting to even out. Chris Carter even mentioned it a couple years ago. He was like, you know, 10, 11 years ago, I'd have 80 kids. And he was like, all right, all the wide receivers with me. And 80 kids would come with him. Now it's down to around 50. You know, these bigger kids now are starting to go and hey, wait a minute. I think I can play corner a little bit. So it's one of the hardest positions on the field. But I think Deebo Samuel with his ball skills, it ain't necessarily his size. It's that he has great ball skills. When he gets the ball in his hand, he knows when to accelerate. He knows when to get out of bounds. He knows when to he knows when he can run over somebody. So he has great ball skills. He has great agility. Has great make you miss. Has great ability in the hole. He's a good receiver, man. But I wouldn't put him in my top 5 though.
I'm just looking at what he can do. I'm talking about far as a weapon, why? Because he also has good vision. To me, he has vision like a running back. When them blocks getting set up, he got vision like a running back. Most receivers don't have that vision. Like that's why Deebo is so successful in them screens. It's not just because, you know what I mean? You can throw a screen at any receiver, but most receivers don't have the vision of a running back. And I think Deebo Samuel has that kind of vision.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. His ball skills. That all goes into ball skills for me. Your vision, your footwork, knowing when to go down, knowing when to put your head down and get 2 or 3 more yards. All that is ball skills with me.
Yeah.
So
I like it, bro. When I watch him, I'm not a 49ers fan, but I do. When I tune in, I like to see Deebo. That's what I'm watching. I like to see Deebo.
I like to see Nick Bosa and Trent Williams. I like to see them guys work.
I'm about to get my Trent Williams jersey.
He's you know, he a little sawed off version of his brother, but he's still good.
He better than his brother, bro.
He's not better than his fucking brother. Stop the cap, man. Stop the cap, man. Kyle, I'm not doing this shit with you tonight.
Bro, you full of shit, bro.
He's not better than Joey, man.
Bro, he's better than the nigga.
He's not better than
Joey,
bro. He's not better than Joey. Nigga, bro. Stop this, man. Kyle, I'm not doing this shit with you tonight, man.
Hey, people like Mexico. Oh, boy, 817, man. What's going on with 817?
817, yeah, hop on in here. Let's talk about your man Trayvon getting cooked. All camp.
Who that is? Trayvon.
Trayvon D is getting set out in camp, man.
Oh, man.
They taking turns on him.
DJ.
Nick is not better than Joey, bro. Y'all can
bro, he's better, bro.
Nick is not better than Joey.
Which one Nick play for? What team Nick play for? I get him confused.
49.
Hold on.
Joey the one that played for the Chargers.
Everybody stop everything. Okay. Mr. Accolades. Mr. Look here. Mr. Say, man.
Hey, on the cool. On the cool. Well, that's some Texas shit there. I've been hearing that.
People like, man, God.
This big ashy head ass nigga here, man. Hating ass.
Hey, I've been hearing that shit since about 08, bro. I've been hearing that shit forever. Hey,
big railroad hands. Man, what's going on, y'all?
What's up?
What up?
What's going on, man? You know,
this motherfucker seen a few
it's the
clips.
most wonderful time of the year. You know, the time of football
Hey,
season.
what about Trayvon getting cooked all camp? You act like you was at camp. You done seen every snap or something. You seen
Man,
a couple of clips.
Set out.
You out there scouting. Say you out there like a nervous Eagle fan, out there perched on something like a dirty bird, his motherfucking self, old diseased ass bird, looking over trying to see what you can see. Ah, look at him. We got AJ Brown. He gonna burn Diggs this year. Man, get your thick neck. If you know what, if they had your ass on the line, I'd be worried.
There we go.
Hey, listen.
There we go.
Hey, 17.
What's that?
You know, we whoop your ass every time we play y'all. So, you know,
man, say that's every blue moon, man. Every blue moon, and y'all got us the last time. So what? You motherfuckers didn't win the Super Bowl, did you? All right, well, shut that shit up then. God damn me. You lost just like we did. It was 31 losers and 1 winner, and it wasn't us. And it wasn't y'all either. Anything else you motherfuckers got? What's up? Who won't smoke? God damn.
I mean, we better you niggas.
I'm sorry, I didn't put no water in your bowl before I left the house. I'm sorry.
Y'all quarterback, his name is Dakota Rain.
Dakota Rain. That's his name, Dakota Rain.
Nah, I know that.
Mix out there. Hey, Mix out there turning block, picking up old senior citizens and shit.
No, he looking for a midget.
Hey, I can't.
He looking for the midget.
Talk down on deck. He from Louisiana.
So?
Ain't talk down on deck.
So? I call him Dakota Rain.
Hey, D Grant, DC, fuck you.
Mix out there stealing catalytic converters and shit.
All right. I'm stealing bitches.
Hey, he out there stealing cigarettes out of niggas' ashtrays and shit.
Hell nah, bro.
Mix took my catalytic converter and all my change out my ashtray, motherfucker.
You ain't got no fucking change.
Y'all silly, man.
Not no more, because you took it, motherfucker, and my catalytic converter. I couldn't even crank up the chase your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, I heard
your ass can go rollerblade wherever the fuck you gotta
get
go.
his turn.
Mix ain't got no.
817, what's happening?
What's happening, bro? Mix, you know you ain't number 2 pawn shops you can go to in California, goddamn.
Hell nah. I know where all the pawn shops is.
Hey, I keep hearing stuff about November the 12th and 19th, y'all. Something going down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at home watching the pay-per-view.
You fired, nigga.
I'll be streaming it. Fuck them.
Nah, he ain't got nothing.
You don't buy fights, no way.
Hey, DJ.
I'm not. Hey, I would have
DJ.
this one if it didn't take him so long to make it.
Hey, DJ. He like a girl with no ass. He ain't got shit.
He ain't got shit.
Hey, this fight is like the bitch that wouldn't let you fuck, but when she do, she wants you to eat her pussy first. No, bitch. You done made me wait too long. No.
Eat that pussy.
I'm gonna eat the pussy.
I'm eat that pussy.
I know. And
Mix say he ain't got nothing but a hot 12 minutes in him, and you want him to eat coochie for 7.
DJ gonna eat the pussy? DJ gonna eat the pussy, Carl gonna eat the ass, and I'm gonna be nip.
Nigga, I eat it all. You don't nigga wanna eat small mouth. What the fuck is you talking about?
Hell no.
Man. But yeah, man, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. Who everybody kicking off with? I know we gotta go beat up on Detroit week 1.
Oh, lucky y'all niggas, man.
Say, while y'all talking noise about Detroit, right? I feel like on the staff, I feel like Dan Campbell, you know what I'm saying? Look, I met Dan Campbell when he was a Cowboy.
We don't give a fuck who you met.
Hey, listen. Not in regards to my Cowboys, right? But I'm just gonna say what type of dude he was when he was here, right? Dan Campbell, as far as athletic ability, I mean, man, he might have had some in his pinky. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he made the roster and stayed around here off of grit. You know what I'm saying? Grit alone. And a few times that his number got called when he was a Cowboy, the motherfucker stood up. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as somebody who can rally some guys around him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dan Campbell got it. I know he sounded kind of funny in some press conferences or whatever, but look at his staff. It's full of former players. You did? That's gonna start to be the NFL model, y'all. Y'all gonna start to see. It's finna be more players on these staffs. And when I'm talking players,
NFL trash.
I'm talking about former players, and you finna start seeing more former players become coaches too. But I'm just telling you, the Lions, they drafted decent this time, and they drafted well the last couple of years. You're gonna start to see a little turnaround with them. There ain't gonna be nothing major. But I believe the Lions can win at least 6 or 7 games this year.
Lions are trash.
Hey, what's up? Look at the comment.
Hey, fuck you, Coop.
Yeah, all that rah shit, cool. All that, you know, it's all cool, but it's gonna come down to we got better players than them. We got better coaches than them. All that rah shit, cool. We got better players and coaches than them.
All right, so this the Eagles schedule.
Oh, our schedule's sweet, boy.
Damn, y'all first 4, all right, nigga. So you got
our shit sweet.
Man, y'all should have the best record in the NFL. Shit.
Can you read it, DJ, or do you want me to read it off?
Blow it up a little bit. I just need you to blow it up a little bit. Let me see. We got the Vikings. We got the Vikings at home. Got the Jaguars at home. We got the Lions. We got to go to the Lions. I think we got
the Jaguars, but y'all gonna lose to the Vikings.
Hold on, let him run through let him run through it real quick.
Let me see. We go to well, that's in. I think that's in London. I think that's in London. One of them games in London, I know.
That's a cakewalk, man.
We got the Cardinals. We got to go to the Cardinals, and that can't get crazy because they got a decent defense, but, you know, we'll beat up on Kyler Murray. Then we got October 16th, baby. Wait. Let me see. October 30th, I was trying to go to that game, man, but I ain't going to see. Ain't no telling what's going to happen.
Get your ass
Pittsburgh, who got to break in a new quarterback, but their defense is pretty good. Texans going to be sweet. Washington, that's a division opponent, but they still sweet. The Colts going to be sweet. Packers, we going to see what they got now that Devontae Adams gone. Titans,
boy, the Colts going to whoop y'all ass, bro.
The Giants always play us tough, though. Even though we win most of them, you know, they always play us tough. Going down, Kyle. I think we played Dallas like the last week of the season. The Bears going to be sweet. And we got the Saints.
Hey, if y'all niggas don't go 15-1, nigga, y'all garbage.
Hey, the Saints gonna get y'all.
The Saints gonna get in that ass too.
Oh, we gonna see. Oh no, they gotta come up there in that snow, baby. We play them all year. They gotta come up there in that snow.
Hey, Max, who's your team, Max?
I don't got a team.
Right, so
nah, he's just a residential hater.
Huh?
We go Cowboys then Ravens.
Fam, just a residential hater.
I hear
you. Find out who you like and hate on them.
NFL soft as fuck.
If they was bare knuckle boxing while they was playing football, then that shit would be on.
Hey, if you can actually fucking tackle a motherfucker nowadays without getting a penalty, it'd be all. But that's some pussy shit.
Bring back the face mask and clothesline shit.
For real. Hey, these motherfuckers know they're going to get brain damage. Why try to protect them? Same shit with the fucking fighters. Who gives a fuck if they take 5 more punches? They're going to take brain damage at the end of their career any motherfucking way. Let them do it.
I'll read these off. 817. Can you see it?
Seahawks. They ain't got no quarterback.
Y'all got Tampa week 1, though.
Tampa, that's going to be a tough game, but Tom Brady lost his center, you know what I'm saying, and his security blanket. So I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a game. They barely got away. They barely got away last year, and Chris Godwin coming off ACL injury. All right, the Bengals, that's going to be a good game. We probably going to get our ass kicked there. Ain't going to lie. The Bengals nice, you know what I'm saying? It'll be, you know, Joe Mixon, really. The Giants game, we're going to whoop that ass. Washington, one of the two, we're going to give them. I think one of the two this year we're gonna give them. Even saying with Carson Wentz, I just feel it. I don't think it's gonna be the first one because I don't see Chase Young coming around on the first, and I see the second one possibly. The Cowboys and Rams, that's a loss. We're gonna lose to the Rams, so that's just us. The Eagles, the first time around, probably going to beat us. Not the second time around, but probably the first time. I don't see Jalen Hurts being the key to beating us, though. I see if they keep Jalen Hurts under 25 passes and they run the shit out the ball, they might have a shot. Cause I don't trust LVE. You know what I'm saying? I like the bar pickup, but I feel like our linebackers and our DTs will really have to step up to beat the Eagles in that first game. Second game, I think we'll get them. The Lions is a win. The Bears is a win. The Packers is the Packers. We playing them at home, and that's Aaron motherfucking Rodgers. Don't know about his receivers, but it's still Aaron Rodgers.
That's in
I give
November.
the Packers that game, but I'm a root for my Cowboys. The Vikings is a W. Kirk Cousins will find a way to fuck it off. We gonna sweep the Giants. The Colts, I don't know if we're gonna be able to stop Jonathan Taylor. Not gonna lie to you. Depend on the quarterback play. The Texans is a W. The Jaguars is a W. The Eagles the second time around, we're gonna whoop that ass. Jalen Hurts ain't got enough game to beat us 2 times in a row in a year. And we won't let the running game beat us 2 times in a row. Okay. The Titans, Vrabel is a hell of a coach. That's a trap game for the Cowboys. After they beat the Eagles, being on the high, they lose to the Titans. Then we beat Washington to finish the season off.
Oh shit! I done fucked this up.
And that ain't no Cowboy bias, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's me keeping it a buck.
Okay, hold on.
Jeremy? Oh, and I think the Jets gonna give you more of a game than you think, DJ. I think them Jets gonna give y'all more of a game than you think.
Jets or the Lions? You talking about the Lions? No, I don't know. It might, it might.
No, I'm not talking about the Lions. I'm talking about the Jets. I think the Lions gonna scare y'all a little bit in the first half. You feel me? But I feel like the Jets are going to give you a game. I feel like the quarterback gonna blow it at the end. But I feel like the Jets are good enough all the way around and young and hungry. And I like Rod Saleh as a coach. I think they're going to give y'all a game.
Robert Saleh defense going to make leaps and bounds in that second year. But that Garrett Wilson and Zach Wilson, it's going to take them some time to get some chemistry going, man. And then they drafted Breece Hall.
That's why I said y'all going
to. Robert Saleh is building that team, but that defense is solid. I like his defense. But I just don't think they're going to have enough in the chamber, man. I think, like you said, they're young. Even though they in a tough division, man, everybody gonna have to go through Buffalo in that division. I think, like I said earlier, if Tua don't make the playoffs this year, his ass fired.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take their lumps now. You know what I'm saying? But them in Miami, they coming.
Get the fuck out of my establishment,
bro. The Eagles got a sweet schedule though, but that shit look like, man, that shit sweet. But that look like Buffalo schedule last year.
Hey, Kay, we going to you, big dog.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Break down your schedule, man. Once Kyle get it up. Pause.
Well, all right, here we go. Can you see it? Or do I need to make it bigger? Pause.
Let's stop pausing that shit.
Okay, make it a little bigger. Okay, the Commanders, man, we got there. I'm not even it's a preseason. I ain't even worried about that, man. That's a preseason game. The Jets not gonna be able to beat us. They do Zach Wilson. I don't believe in him. I don't think he's gonna be able to do nothing against our defense. We probably gonna have one of the better secondaries in the NFL this year. Dolphins, they got in our ass last year. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They got in our ass with their blitz. We couldn't figure it out. So I'm not gonna say we're gonna beat the Dolphins, man. That's a toss up. They might. I can only go off history. They beat our ass last year. The Patriots, their quarterback, they got a good team overall because of Bill Belichick and their defense, but their quarterback is a game manager. He's not a game changer, and he's gonna be playing against Lamar Jackson, who is a game changer. I got us beating the Patriots. Against the Bills, I got us against the Bills only because we played them enough, and I think our team is more built to beat the Bills than they are to beat us on our best day. The Bengals can beat anybody on the right day. I think they have the best offense in the NFL with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. At first, I thought when I watched them play, I thought that just by them having one receiver that'd be easy to stop, but apparently it's not. So I got
that boy T. Higgins.
Yeah, they got Higgins too, but I got us. I got us beating the Bengals, man. We got to get it done. I got us beating the Bengals. The Giants, I think that's going to be an easy win. The Browns, depending on what quarterback. Well, I got us beating the Browns just because
let me see what week that is for y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Lamar Jackson will be back. I mean, Deshaun Watson will be back.
Deshaun Watson will be back. That should be a great game though, because the Browns still got a great defense. Forget Deshaun Watson. Browns still got a great defense, man. But go ahead, bro.
I'm just gonna say real quick. I don't think how many games will Watt have in before they face the Ravens. You feel me? Like if
that's
he
what
on
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe he gonna be rusty, bro. He not gonna be in the groove of things. He gonna have to get used to the NFL speed. I got us winning it just because of that. You know what I'm saying? I think that Lamar Jackson gonna be in full stride, and he's just gonna be getting started. And I don't think they can beat us in them circumstances.
I'm with you. I'm with you, fam. I agree.
Yeah, against the Buccaneers, of course, having Tom Brady, that's something that's always hard to deal with. But I can say the last time that Lamar Jackson actually faced Tom Brady, he tore his ass up when he was still with New England. So I think if all things even, Lamar Jackson has showed that he can outplay Tom Brady. So I got us winning that one, surprisingly. Y'all might not agree.
That Buccaneers defense is healthy too, man.
Yeah.
They've been going through some injury things these past couple of years, but they even 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl, they had a lot of injuries on their defense.
So schedule hard
if you tell me Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh still in the middle, that's gonna be a rough game, man.
Hey, our schedule always
what's my guy name from LSU?
This schedule hard as shit though.
Yeah, our schedule always hard. Always. So against the is that us at the Saints or the Saints at the Ravens?
Y'all at the Saints look like
y'all at New Orleans.
Okay, yeah, we can win in New Orleans. Well, I don't know, because I was about to say I thought about that backwards. If New Orleans would have came to us, that was a win for us this late in the year. Mm-hmm. But in that dome, and they ain't got to worry about that cold. That's a toss up because I think the Saints gonna be better than people think. I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna say this late in the year. If both teams probably have injuries by this time, I think we more built to win with injuries because we're looking at late in the year. There's probably gonna have some injuries took place. I got us winning it if you count maybe some injuries took place against the Panthers. I got us with an easy win.
Cakewalk, they sweet.
Got us with an easy win. The Jaguars easy win. The Broncos with I can't call that one because I don't know what Russell Wilson. I don't know what a Russell Wilson led Broncos look like. I'm imagining
they're gonna be a playoff team.
Trust me, brother.
I'm imagining that they good. You know what I'm saying? But
beat your ass, nigga.
Don't even do that, bro. I'm imagining that they good. So
they might win
with your ass.
But go ahead.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna give him because Russell Wilson good. He went there for a reason. That team was only missing a quarterback. I'm gonna say that we might lose that one because there's a lot of them I picked us to win. So I'm gonna say realistically we might lose that one. Steelers, that's gonna be.
Y'all got them at home though. Y'all don't think y'all can pull that off at home?
Man, with our offensive coordinator, I don't have no faith. Bro, with that coordinator we got.
And look who they play next week. That's a trap game because look who they play next week.
Yeah. The Steelers, bro. I mean, I don't believe it's
Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. And you got you got Marcus Peters coming back. You still got Marlon Humphrey. You drafted
we got our safety.
We got our kid out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Got, Patrick Queen, man. That's gonna be a good.
Look here, y'all season right there in them next 6 weeks. Look at them next 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. That's y'all season right the fuck there. You feel what I'm saying? That's y'all season right the fuck there. Y'all got to be at least 4-2 or 5-1 out of that motherfucking shit, really, to be standing on something. You feel me?
Right. So I got us beating the Steelers.
Okay, I got us beating the Steelers in there, but the rest of them division games. Ooh.
I got us beating the Steelers, but when it comes to the Browns, they're gonna have to either win the other one because I said we won the first one. They probably gonna win the second one. We never beat the Browns every game. Like the Browns, they figure us out and they end up beating us. So we probably lose this one to the Browns. Against the Falcons, I think that's an easy win. Most of these teams who not just great, the Ravens will run over them, especially in the regular season. The Steelers, we'll beat them twice. We'll beat the Steelers twice. And when it come down to the Bengals, I said we had to win the first one just to keep our pride. The Bengals might beat us the second game.
The Browns always give y'all trouble. You know why? Because you got to fuck with Myles Garrett twice out the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you have to look at it. They had Clowney with them too last year. So that's a hell of a lot of pressure. And I was going to say one more thing about that Saints game. I don't like to see running quarterbacks on turf. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Anytime it's a running quarterback in the turf on turf, I'm always nervous. You feel what I'm saying? I want them boys on natural grass at all times, and I hate that turf shit.
Hey, bro, I hate that shit, man. That shit will eat your ass up, man. I hate that shit.
I got a turf burn right now from '96,
I hate that a lot of
nigga.
schools and teams are going to that.
I got a turf burn from '96, but that old turf. You feel me?
Oh, you talking about that Astro turf?
Hell, you mean?
Man, I'm talking about that new Sprint turf shit that everybody playing on now. That shit will chew your bro. Hold on, man. Never mind. I got too many scars to show you, but that shit will chew your skin raw, man.
I thought that shit give more. You know what I'm saying? When you see them dragging the toe, it look like it's all, rubber pieces.
Yeah. Bro, especially when the rubber pellets fly up and get in your face. Oh my God, that shit is LA. And then not only that, it's not as hard as the Astro turf was, but when it gets cold and it's just rubber. When it gets cold, that shit is stiff. It is like really playing on concrete.
Damn.
Yeah, I only played on it one time, man, in my whole life. And, it was warm, so I never had to play on it.
It's just plastic and rubber. Plastic and rubber. So that shit will rub your ass raw, man.
Well, drum roll, please. All right. Here we go.
Oh, see, he give us the ESPN treatment. He done went to their little funk ass website. It's all right, though. He who holds the keys,
yes,
right?
sir.
He who holds the keys, huh?
He who controls the keys controls the mind, huh?
Hey, man. Ugh.
All right. Hey, nigga, you shouldn't say shit. Everyone said when we beat your ass last year.
What's this? 2-14. We looking at. We looking at two
last year, man.
We looking at what? 2-14. Goddamn.
DJ, we did your ass a favor, nigga.
I appreciate it.
All right, shut the fuck up then. Act like
nigga, fuck that. We're talking about last year.
Shit,
nigga, we all lost.
Right? Shit.
We going 2-0. We going 2-0. Everybody, appreciate everybody.
Yes, who's starting? Hold on. Go back up. Who's starting week 1?
Who's
Trey Lance.
Come on, man. It's Trey Lance.
You gonna take Trey Lance to Chicago? Make a play against that defense?
Look here.
All right.
The only reason that they win the first game is quite simply because of their defense and George Kittle. Kittle gonna save Trey Lance ass because he ain't gonna be able to hit shit down the field outside of a bomb. It ain't gonna be no intermediates unless it's going to Kittle. It's gonna be screens, deep passes, and Kittle.
Hold on, because I didn't talk while you talked about your sorry ass Cowboy schedule. Okay, so don't come running your goddamn mouth.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Wow, you know what I mean? Fuck wrong with you. Now listen, the key to the Niners season is not Deebo Samuels. The key to the Niners football season this year is Brandon Ayuk. He's gonna have a breakout year. So if you get a chance to get him on fantasy, grab him.
Ayuk nasty. He been nasty. Hopefully Lance can get him the ball, but it's easier for him to get it to Kittle.
No. Him and Trey Lance, they got a good chemistry.
Ayuk was better than what's his name, man? Even though everybody had him highly rated coming out of college, I didn't think he was that good. But Brandon Ayuk was better than N'Keal Harry at Arizona State. So
yeah,
so probably gonna lose to the Broncos. Fuck, man. Hate these motherfuckers. Fucking Russell Wilson. I can't stand that son bitch. Next 2 games, we whooping ass.
Okay.
Next 3 games.
Okay.
Next 3 games.
No, but to his defense, they have They have owned the Rams. I think the only time the Rams beat them in like the past 5 games was in the NFC Championship last year.
And that was on the ball hit a motherfucker right in the hands. He dropped it.
And guess what? The Rams understand that too. They waiting on y'all.
We're gonna whoop their ass.
It's kind of like the Saints and the Buccaneers ever since Tom Brady got there. The Saints have beaten the Bucs like 4 out of 5, but the one time they didn't beat them was in the playoffs a couple years ago. So that shit kind of crazy. But y'all gonna watch the next 2 teams though. Go ahead.
Hey, D Grant, fuck you. All right, here we go. So we're gonna beat the shit out of Carolina. We're gonna beat the shit out of Atlanta. Kansas City, fuck. That's a toss-up.
Y'all getting mopped up. Well, I don't know. I don't know what Kansas City is right now.
Hey, bro. Well, fuck you, man.
I'm being real. I don't know what Kansas City is right now.
Carolina defense better than what you're giving them credit for too.
I don't know what they are.
They might get us because at their house though. I ain't gonna lie, but no, we actually own them at their crib, so feeling good about that. The Chargers. Dang.
I want to see what Khalil Mack got left. Man. I really do. I don't know what he got left because he had a lot of injuries, and when he wasn't injured, he wasn't really producing in Chicago after he got.
Boy, you crazy.
So I
Boy, you crazy. Chicago didn't have shit else around him. He got Joey Bosa on the other side.
I gotta see it. But Joey Bosa is the better of the Bosa brothers, though.
He's not the better brother, bro.
All right, man. We can debate that to the shit.
We can all day. It's easy. We might lose to the Chargers, but I think.
I mean, he got Nick, right? He got Nick Bosa, right?
They got the Chargers got Joey. They
got Nick. Man. We might go 12 and 4.
Jameis gonna get y'all ass too.
Fuck out of here.
Where y'all play in Miami at? Y'all gotta go cross. Oh no, they gotta come to y'all.
Nah, they gotta come here. We're gonna bust their ass. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay at the crib. I like that.
Y'all gonna beat Tampa Bay, but Miami gonna get you. You gonna lose one of them two.
Oh, look at this. Oh man, week 15 and 16. Oh my god.
Yeah, y'all winning them. Them easy games.
Shit. Oh, 17.
At the Raiders. The
Raiders gonna get on that ass.
Shit, we're gonna be
Raiders might get on y'all ass.
And if Kyle and them get out on y'all ass, y'all gonna be in trouble too.
They gonna get us one game though. But,
just a couple more days. Fuck football, bro. This weekend about to be lit. No, let's get it. I just got off the phone with my nigga right now from Vegas. I told him I'm sending the package tomorrow overnight. Be on the lookout for it. I'll be there Friday at 6.
Let's fucking go.
Get it.
Jaquan, who is the better brother? I say Joey's the better brother. I think Joey Bosa is the better brother.
Bro, you the only nigga that says that, bro. You a fucking hater. Fuck out of here, man. Hating ass.
My bad.
Nigga.
I was scrolling on my phone.
Fuck you, hating ass nigga.
No, fuck that. I was scrolling on my phone, talking about this old simp ass nigga Irv Gotti.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, come on.
That motherfucker went out sad. How the fuck you still sad? Don't 20 years ago.
Hey,
a real Mex ass nigga, man.
Fuck that. I ain't the one buying other kids shit.
Hey, the Raiders, the Raiders, y'all better be careful, man. Y'all better be careful,
Jones
bro.
And Mad Max Crosby.
Y'all better be careful. And Waller is a problem.
Yeah. When he's not, man, the injury starting to rack up on him though, bro.
Big Dog Willie's hilarious.
Well, goddamn, they was throwing to him 16 times a game. Shit.
True. But hey, listen, Devontae Adams, man. They got the custodian, Mr. 7-Eleven himself, Hunter Renfrow. Hate that bastard, boy. He cooked us 2 years in a row.
Hey, he got them feet, bro. He gets separation on them routes, bro.
Yes, he does. Ask Minka Fitzpatrick.
I'm gonna tell you
ask Trayvon Diggs.
I'm gonna tell you.
Kyle,
he cooked us 2 years in a row. I'll never forget Hunter Renfrow.
What's up with that comment right there? I know you've seen it. What happened? Softball kicked you off?
Nah. He mad at me because DJ didn't let him on that one night.
All right, well, fuck him. This gang,
we're not even
with Kyle, you got
going to discuss it. We're just going to keep rolling.
His energy, his energy be, it's almost like a earthquake monitor or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So he might be on some shit and you be listening, be like, okay, and then all of a sudden, oh shit.
That ain't nothing but that dope. No, keep going, man. That ain't nothing but that dope.
You're a mess. Nah, Kyle. I gotta know where you stand, bro. Who you rocking with, dog? What team you on? It's war. It's war. There's a line that's strong. There's a line in the sand. What side you on?
Who got? First of all, nigga, don't ever disrespect me, nigga. I'm off top, nigga. Nigga, DJ, my man, 100 grand pots and pans. So it's fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Who got the fucking password to the StreamYard, nigga?
It's Death Row, nigga.
Well, all I'm saying, when that motherfucker getting stomped out, I better see your feet on there too.
Kyle say fuck Bad Boy as a record label CEO and as a company.
Listen, we're gonna do football every Monday. Fuck it, man. Monday we're gonna do football. Shit, fuck it.
Yeah,
man, you done switched Monday so many times. I thought it was men's Monday or some shit. And
mental health
Monday.
Football is a part of mental health, man.
Football, I thought it was midget Monday.
Listen, football either is gonna lower your mental health or it's gonna raise your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Either one. However your team did that Sunday is how you gonna feel Monday.
You're gonna lower your physical health and raise your mental awareness, goddamn.
Hey, listen,
put your head on the swivel.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all niggas. When I watched the 49ers, bro, I be having fucking panic, heart attacks all in one, nigga. I be about ready to die out here, cuz.
Bro, I broke my last TV over my Eagles, bro.
Say y'all real talk. I was gonna ask y'all. What y'all think about the NFL suspending them 6 games for real and trying to appeal the 6 game suspension?
I think it's BS. I think they're gonna repeal it or they might reduce it because the Texans suspended him for a year already.
So the appeal is to make it shorter.
The Texans suspended him.
So peep game, they went and got this lady. They went, you know how the NFL do, like, man, they purposeful. You know what I'm saying? They went and got a lady who used to be a prosecutor to go over this shit. She looked at all them cases, you know what I'm saying, and said, yeah, it was predatory as far as him liking to fuck around with these masseuses. But he ain't did shit wrong, really. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to talk about wrong in the personal conduct policy, you motherfuckers don't hold everybody accountable. You feel me? Everybody's supposed to be
get nutted on. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Everybody's supposed to be held to the same standards. So you ain't holding them owners and none of them accountable as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma suspend his ass for his predatory conduct as far as fucking with masseuses or liking to fuck around with these Instagram masseuses.
Man like to get a little rub and tug, bro.
Right. But as far as what went on and they stories and what they tried to corroborate, it ain't shit here because it wasn't shit here for them juries to see.
That's what I'm saying. But how can we say he was predatory if these women was telling they was referring each other to this dude? You feel me? He'll miss with one masseuse, and then the other masseuse is gonna tell her friend about Deshaun Watson. How was he being predatory if they was referring each other to Deshaun Watson?
Fam, you know, hey, look,
getting in trouble.
I mean, I ain't got my camera on, but I hit the air quotes when I said it because, again, you know what I'm saying? Again, you have to understand, right? There has to be, in their eyes, right? And the way they have to paint this is there has to be some culpability from him. Some, you know what I'm saying? Even with him just being there, right? Or you know how that is. Boy, you know you ain't have no business fucking around with them girls like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things. You know, you shouldn't have been in there in the first place. It's one of them things. Is why I think they hitting him with the 6 games more than anything else. But the NFL, but if you read her report, if you go in and really read her report, she was hitting on shit like the Ezekiel Elliott case and other cases where they didn't have nothing and they wasn't prosecuted or nothing, but they was just talking about cleaning up their image, but they only doing it when it's the players and essentially the black players. When it's the white owners, when it's the white owners or the white players, they not holding them as accountable. Robert Kraft, main example. But Jim Irsay too got drunk.
That was just 3-4 years ago.
Thank you. But you got to think about it.
Did they catch him in there, or
they caught him
just on some documentation?
No, DJ, they had him on video.
They had him on video. I remember
he had the
they had him in
video.
there getting rubbing tugs and whatnot.
Thank you. He had the video. He had the video
wrong with a
removed.
rubbing tub.
He had the
Kyle,
video removed. Yeah.
Kyle, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have to suspend me for 12 games if I catch a midget out there in motherfucking Vegas, dog, because I'm rubbing the tugging all over that motherfucking bitch. My dude just came back last week from Vegas. He said he saw a midget prostitute. I said, I don't want a fucking prostitute. I want where they line them bitches up. You feel me? I want some paperwork behind them hoes. But they exist, bro. They out there, DJ. We got a fighting chance.
Ain't no weed. What's all this weed shit all of a sudden? Ain't no weed.
You gonna get it.
That is why I'm not going to Vegas with me.
Because it's just weird to me. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Bro, you ain't gonna touch the little bitch waddle up. You ain't touching the little waddle.
Look at this fool, man.
I'm good, man. Something wrong with you, man.
Bro, she already face height. You be standing up, you can fuck her face.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
She got the Nah, you can drug test. She ain't no cocaine. This shit. Maybe shrooms and weed, but no cocaine. But nah, man, it's something that I've been thinking about since I was little, bro. I wonder what it's like.
That's right, dude. I mean, you know, man, my man like to get rubbing tugs. That's it. He ain't trying to have no babies. He ain't out here on no Darren Sharper shit. You know what I mean? So
Darren Sharper.
He ain't take nothing, bro. He ain't take nothing.
Salute to Big Dog Willie. He had a super chat.
I guarantee you, the Houston Texans introduced him to the first one. I guarantee you.
Hey, Big Dog Willie said, "Khan knock out a prime Hearn in a Roy Jones Jr."
That's that dope, man. That's that dope.
Big Dog, he got that soft helmet on.
Bro, how come not one of those bitches getting in trouble for being a prostitute though?
The women never get in trouble. But like that's like with the R. Kelly situation. That's like with the R. Kelly situation. He locked up for messing with underage girls, but the parents not locked up for pimping their daughters out because they all knew where their daughters was at. They all knew where their daughters was at, and R. Kelly was paying them monthly to keep their daughters.
My wife said the same thing, King Judah, when that whole thing broke off. It's like, if we gonna lock the monster up, we need to lock up the people who's feeding the monster.
The first masseuse that Deshaun Watson was probably introduced to was by the Houston Texans. Understand something, y'all. It's a lot of handshaking that go on with a motherfucker get drafted. You feel me?
Right.
This is your strength and conditioning coach. This is your such and such. This is your such and such. Put this number in your phone. Your assistant needs to put this number in your phone. This is the masseuse. This is a reputable masseuse that the team uses. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes he was getting them at the facility. Sometimes he was getting them outside of them.
What was the girl saying he was doing though? They said he was just naked, right?
Man, he pulled his meat out and he was a freak ball. You know, hey, you gonna touch it? You gonna touch it? You gonna touch it?
Nah, they was saying he was asking you to lick between his taint, that he was like nutting all over bitches and all over himself and making them lick it off and all kinds of shit.
So if they didn't like it, why was they referring their friends to go mess with Deshaun Watson?
That's what I'm saying. They obviously
crazy.
They obviously got paid accordingly. I mean,
we know what time it was.
They took the money.
We know what time it was.
We all saw what time it was because all this shit came out 3 weeks after he asked for a trade.
Fact.
It was just his freaky fetish that the team knew about or whatever and wanted to use against his motherfucking ass because he didn't want to stay. Period. We're going to teach you a lesson and smear your motherfucking name.
Hey, 817.
What's that?
This is the only time you can talk about Earl Spence on the channel until the fight happened. You see what we got right here, huh?
I can't see it. It's him punching Ugas ugly ass.
Nah, hold on, let me do it.
Look like you punching somebody.
Van Heerden.
Man, I feel like if he would have had regular vanilla sex with this bitch, they wouldn't be tripping.
Hey, but look, one of the chicks came to him.
See 817, you see it?
Yeah, but the time in the way, but I can see it. Let me turn my hold on. Yeah, I can kind of see it.
And you see the glove is right under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's coming together in there. I see you, bro.
Working chick.
But nah. Look, I was saying that one of the chicks, even one of the masseuses said she went to Deshaun Watson and was telling him he needed to slow down with the amount of girls he dealing with because his name's starting to ring bells. She was
Somebody get
basically
them
letting him
bots out
know.
the chat. My bad, King Judah. Somebody get them bots out the chat because I can't be in there.
Yeah. He was the girl was basically telling Deshaun Watson that he need to slow down because a lot of these girls talking like they was plotting on him. So a lot of this makes me believe that he was messing with all these girls. They was down with it, and then they came up with a plot. I guess you say, like you say, after he asked for his trade, these teams probably went to these girls to help bring Deshaun down. And then one of the masseuses was trying to warn him what was about to happen.
I'm telling you, pimp. I'm telling you what it was, King. The owner. You feel me?
Yeah.
The owner.
But,
See, the owner
only
made
reason
the
that don't
chaplain.
make sense because they still paid him.
Now check it out. The owner made the chaplain. The owner took the chaplain and like put him in control of football shit. They told Deshaun when he first signed or whatever he was gonna have input on this, that, and the third. You feel me? Then they hired an outside firm to go, look for a coach. The coach that they recommended, they didn't hire. They went and hired a yeser boy and Lovey. Then they turned around and put the chaplain in charge of like team shit. And he was like, man, this motherfucker don't know nothing. He was the chaplain. And so he just seen shit going the opposite way of what they said. And he was like, fuck it, I want to be traded. Mind you, the Houston Texans and their owner had already been in the news for his views, you know what I'm saying, politically, and a lot of extra shit that he said during the whole kneeling situation.
That's why that team broke up.
That's why the team broke up. You feel what I'm saying? So, and remember, him and Stephen Ross is the one. Remember Laramie Tunsil in that trade or whatever? Steve, the Dolphins and the Texans. Stephen Ross and Bud McNair, they birds of a feather. You feel what I'm saying? They them same type of dudes. That's why they did business amongst each other. And the players that you seen getting kicked off them teams, Kenny Stills, the safety, Eric Reed, and all of them.
No, Reed. Well, no. Yeah, Reed gone. They got Justin Reed now. What was the big guy? Big guy they traded out of there because he cussed him out immediately, and they got him out of town. Dwayne Brown. The tackle. They traded away. Get this right. They traded away his Deshaun Watson's All-Pro left tackle, only to have to give away all their picks to get another left tackle.
And turned right around and got rid of what's his name, D-Hop too.
Yeah, see, but D-Hop that was different because D-Hop and Bill O'Brien didn't get along.
Facts. Bill O'Brien said he had too many baby mamas.
Yeah, and Bill and D-Hop told him, "Fuck you, kiss my ass." You know.
But I'm just saying the culture of both of those teams and the owners. I'm telling you, they birds of a feather. They flock together. And when Deshaun made that power move,
they didn't pay him. They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to give him his money.
They didn't want to give him an out after giving him that money, bro.
Else they didn't want to pay, and they let him walk. Honey Badger.
But listen, it wasn't about that. It was more about, hey, you not gonna sign for this money and then take my team hostage. That he had already said during the what's the name with the kneeling deal that the inmates can't run the asylum. He referred to NFL players as inmates. So for Deshaun to pull that shit, it's like he was holding this shit hostage, and he wanted to teach him a lesson, bro. And he knew he had them thing. He knew he had that thing with the masseuses because they started him off with the masseuse. You feel what I'm saying?
You've never used that saying before in your life?
What?
Letting the inmates run the asylum?
That's how the saying goes, bro.
Listen, we can't let the inmates run the asylum. As an NFL owner, bro, you have to watch what you say. And the NFL has already been looked at as a slave labor ass league. And owners refer to their players as like they property and shit. That's why the NBA changed how they designate their players or whatever, or how the owners have to talk about the players in the organization. Not like they possessions, but like they people. And the NFL been guilty of that. Look at the goddamn combine. It's just like when they used to bring slaves off the goddamn ship. It's the same shit.
But that's if you're trying to reach for that analogy.
No, there's no reach there. Hey, listen, there's no reach there, Mix. I mean, listen, again, Mix. I get it. Listen, Mix.
Okay. So the combine. You're telling me. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. So you're telling me the combine is not to see how fast you run, how high you jump, all your metrics to see if you will be a more athletic football player for a football team.
Mix. I'm not talking about those references. What I'm talking about is this. This is one of those cultural things that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? And when I say it's hard for me to bridge the gap for you in regards to this, culturally, we already know where those lines lay. You feel me? This is one. Just that I don't think you should question. I know that's your thing, but I don't think
question it, bro.
Okay,
it makes no sense. No one's ever mentioned that until recently. When all this fucking racial shit started back up.
No one that you've heard has ever mentioned that, Mex. No one that you've ever fucked with, Mex. It's been out there, Mex.
Like when Bo was out here running his 40 times and shit, that shit wasn't called no damn slave auction and shit back then. That shit didn't start until now.
No, the NFL is definitely set up like a slave show, bro. They have they play. That's what they. No, the NBA, them guys in the NBA, they have a voice. Man, them guys in the NBA have a voice, bro. When they come together and they want something to change for the NBA, the players have a voice. In the NFL, them players don't have a voice. Those owners run everything. Them players are.
King Judah, watch this. What was so major about Deshaun Watson contract, unlike any others? Okay, you too quiet. You don't know. The money is all guaranteed. In the NBA, there are guaranteed contracts. In the NFL, ain't nothing but one, and it's Deshaun Watson's. And it's for $240 million. That's why a lot of white folks mad. So understand, it's a whole different playing field. Them niggas don't have guaranteed motherfucking contracts, meaning they can do something tomorrow and lose it all for the shield.
Yeah. I get you. But
so it's different.
Go back to the combine being a slave auction. Let's not move the goalposts and start with a whole different stuff.
I ain't never really been
There's no goalpost movement, Mix. I keep telling you, this is something cultural that you can't touch on. You don't identify with certain cultural identifiers, so it's hard for you to even get the concept.
But you have to have that mentality.
Before we go down this rabbit hole, I've been calling, like, you've been hearing people call it the T-shirt Olympics for the longest, right? I really don't see any fucking use for it. I've been said the combine is useless. Watch the fucking tape. Just watch the tape. That's all you got to do. Watch the tape. All the combine is supposed to do is supposed to confirm what you saw on tape. Oh, look, he looks fast on tape. Oh, no wonder he just ran
some people. Some people feel
so many teams miss on draft picks because a guy was trash on tape or was average on tape, but because he came into the combine and ran a 4.3 or bench press 225 35 times, oh my God, he's fast and explosive. Let's draft him in the top 5. Then you get fucking Vernon Golstons out here. You get what I'm saying?
Some people faster on the field.
I've never been a huge fan of the combine.
Bro, how you gonna watch blown away by the combine? Amateur sports where you have an advantage every game. How is that tape?
No, that's because sometimes, bro, some people feel speed is faster than their 40 speed, bro. Some people feel speed is faster than their 40 speed, bro. Like, did you play football before? Some people feel speed is faster than their 40 speed. There are guys that can't run the 40. There are guys who can't run the 40, but are the fastest people in the combine, but can't run good in the 40.
I agree. We're all agreeing on the same shit. What I'm saying is, how are you going to say watching tape of college football, which is semi-pro football?
Because all the players come from college.
That's how you evaluate players. That's how you evaluate NFL players.
I will match you guys for the same shit. Just as many people as y'all say that have great combines end up being trash in NFL. There's a lot of players that had great college careers and were absolutely trash in NFL also. So watching that tape and being like, oh, this dude got the goods. There's been a lot of those.
The combine is not an indication of skill, though. The combine is not an indication of skill. Games. What you do in the game is an indicator of your skill, not what you do at the combine when nobody's covering you.
It shows your athleticism. It's not about that. I mean,
there's drafting players on whether
your athleticism is measured about what you can do under pressure with another guy trying to stop you from doing it.
Yeah.
You can jump.
Next. Okay, but here's what I'm saying. Hold on. So how are you going to see that in college? Because, a dude balls out. What he did on the field, he balled out. But then he gets to NFL, he don't do it. Because there's a difference. So you can't judge this shit. Either way, you're still blind going into it. Every year.
Have you ever seen Django?
Yeah.
Do you remember when they had the two muscle niggas wrestling.
Mandingo. Yeah.
Huh?
The
Remember
Mandingo.
how it was like
Yeah.
sucking nigga arms and all the shit like that?
Yeah.
That's the NFL Combine. When you got racist niggas in charge of it. When you got, you know what I mean?
No. Don't use that point. Don't use the point. So you're telling me if they were all black-owned teams, just a league of black-owned teams, and they did a combine or they did a draft, it would be racist still? Like if the Big Three did it, it'd be racist? Or it's only because it's white owners, so it makes it racist?
Nigga.
Or is it the combine
I'm
itself?
saying there's no after the pro day, like you do all this shit at the pro day. Everything that they do at the combine, they do at the pro day. Like everybody gets blown away with these guys out here in fucking shorts and t-shirt against no pass rush, throwing the ball 60, 70 yards in the air. Who gives
That's
a
what I'm
flying
saying.
fuck when the defensive end ain't barely nothing? Is he doing that against the double gap blitz right now? Who gives a fuck?
I agree, bro. I'm agreeing. I think my point is I think both are pointless. I think regardless of what you think you know, nobody knows shit until they actually play in the league. That's it. So I think
how can you say watching a guy in college is not an indicator how good he is?
Resume. You have to build a resume before you go into any fucking job. This ain't just fast food, bro.
Well, yeah, obviously you gotta be good enough to make the draft. I get you.
Other guys,
I get you for sure.
Amateur sports don't matter. So let's just let everybody into the NBA, and then whoever make it. Whoever don't.
Bro, college football players. First of all, college football players are not amateur. They are not amateur football players.
Come out. Let's let
they're getting paid now. Finally,
one team.
But
let's let
I'm talking about skill wise, athleticism, and everything. College players on the highest level. So you telling me that a guy who's playing in the SEC at the highest level is an amateur football player?
Teams play about 3 to 4 competitive games a year, and the rest are trash, bruh.
So tell me a league that's better. Tell me a football league that's better that's not the NFL.
That's my point. The NFL is the only indicator of how well you'll do in the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, the NFL is the finish line.
There's a lot of buzz, and there's a lot of hidden gems. There's a lot of people that people weren't looking for, 7th round picks, end up doing shit. There's a lot of 1st round picks who are absolute bust after dominating college. So what I'm saying is all that shit, it helps. It helps. But I'm saying it just as much as the combine helps, but doesn't say everything. The combine helps. Like you said, you get the metrics.
Combine
you know exactly how fast they are.
Combine don't help shit.
Bro, did you ever play college football? Next, did you ever play college football?
No. High school dropout.
What I did, bro. I'm telling you that when you play college football, you are playing against the best players in the country who are not in the NFL.
No, you're not.
Yes,
oh my God, bro! This dude is crazy.
Not.
Yes, you are.
This dude is crazy.
No, yes, you are.
You're not gonna
the guys who are already in the NFL are already in the NFL.
Bro, guys who come from the NFL came from college.
The best high school players in the country are playing college ball. The best college football players in the country are then going to the NFL. Like it's a natural progression. How many games a season for college? 15.
That doesn't matter, bro.
15?
15 if you make it up. They play
and those
12,
15 games are as
season.
competitive as 15 NFL games. What I'm saying is, even if you play the worst NFL team, it's still better competition than you playing the fucking local community college in between your big games. Yeah, the big games.
We're not talking about community college. We talking about the highest level, Division I.
Okay,
because most NFL players come from Division I football. Most NFL players come from Division I football.
Go ahead, pull up the schedule. Let's go. Let's just do it with facts. Pull up the schedule. Let's see how many of these games are actually competitive out of 15. Let's see how many.
Bro, what your argument? You don't have an argument because all NFL players come from college. All NFL players come from college. So you telling me that players like Randy Moss wasn't good because at one point he was in college?
I'm not saying that.
Because Randy Moss was still Randy Moss in college.
I'm not saying
that. Joe Burrow was still Joe Burrow in college.
Mitch, you ain't got a leg to stand on, bro.
You're using the best examples. Ryan Leaf is not who Ryan Leaf was in college, was he? Jamarcus Russell wasn't who Jamarcus Russell was in college, was he? You can say it both ways. What I'm saying is, it's a good.
The measuring stick is college, though. The measuring stick is college. The measuring stick is not the combine.
The measure
It's what they did. It's what they did in football. How you gonna judge a football player based off what he did in non-football activities?
Okay, I think you're taking my shit to an extremity. Like I'm saying, oh, you should just let everyone go and not have to look at them. No, I'm not saying that shit. I'm saying just as the combine gives you information on a player, but it doesn't tell the whole story. It's the same way that there's game film in college, unless you played, let's say like your LSU, Bama, or something. You played in you played in real meaningful games. But some of these colleges, players look great because they play on trash ass colleges. They play like 3-4 big games a year, and then they play trash ass colleges 50-0. You'll never see that in NFL. And they know there's no competition. They're playing their backups half the fucking game. So
I know right now. I know in every hood in America, there's a guy that can run a 4.3 and a 40, but he can't catch or remember plays. So it don't matter if you go to the combine and runs a 4.3.
Okay, but it does matter.
I'm asking y'all. I'm at boxing session. Boxing session. Do you know? Do growing up or right now? Do you know a guy who doesn't play football at all, but can probably run a 4.4 or a 4.3? Yeah, every hood in America, there's a guy that can run a 4.3 and a 40, but every hood in America doesn't have a guy that can make it to the NFL.
I'm not saying that, right? Like. All right, you're taking my shit to an extreme, bro. An extreme. Max, I'm not saying that game tape don't matter. I'm saying how can you fairly judge?
All right, read this though.
Shout out to Best Pugilist.
Read it out loud, sir. We can't hear you.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh. In January 1988, Jimmy the Greek Snyder, reporter for CBS, was fired after he made comments suggesting that breeding practices during slavery had led African Americans to be superior athletes. Well, what's that in reference to? You talking about because of the draft? Because of the combine?
Bro, it's just the history, bro. We trying to tell you about culturally. This I'm gonna break this down to you if you don't understand. Let me say this. Let me say this, bro.
Don't go off on the deep ones. Put that comment in response to that comment specifically. Do you guys feel there's no truth to that?
No, there is truth to that. But the point is, culturally, because what you're saying is everything that we bring up. You saying everything can be related to slavery, but I'm trying to tell you the business practices in America, most of them were predicated on slavery being the first business in America. You don't understand that though. The first business here was slavery, so most business practices are predicated on slavery. Your Black Friday sales that you like to go to, that started with slavery. That's why it's called Black Friday. But I'm guessing you didn't know that.
But most of the practices, even current today, they predicated on. Even right now, we still got racism right now in America. Wait, let me just say this because y'all been.
All right, y'all get it off, bro.
No. Let me just say this.
Right now, go for it.
No, this ain't about you, Max. Bro. This ain't about you. You making this about you. I don't know what y'all got going on. I'm just going
that business is based on slavery, not the other way around. Not that slavery was built on business practices. You're saying like business was invented because of slavery, that there was never business before slavery.
Business in America. Business in America is predicated on slavery.
And business here is done pretty much the same as business in most third world countries around the world. So it's not, unique to us.
No, it's not.
Well, America became a superpower based off slavery. America became one of the most powerful countries in the world based off slavery.
As did almost every powerful country in the history of the world since the beginning of time.
No, that's not the same.
Every
that's not
empire,
the same thing. Chattel slavery in America was the biggest, the largest and most wealthy slavery in history. Nothing compares to chattel slavery in America. You can't talk about the few hundred slaves that were sold before that.
What do you mean few hundred?
You can't talk about that.
There's whole empires.
Yeah.
There's whole empires. What are you talking about? Empires.
Bro, you can't compare what happened AD and
all these motherfuckers that literally ruled the world, that conquered countries after countries and murdered and raped and pillaged. They did the same shit It's just that our shit's the most recent because we're so young of a country. It's very recent. All this other
it's not about recency, it's about numbers, bro. The chattel slavery of African Americans is the biggest slave trade in history. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No slave trade in history is bigger than chattel slavery of the African American. None. African Americans were shipped all. No, listen. African Americans are the only people that were shipped all over the country. There are African American. There are Africans in every single part of this earth because of slavery. That has never happened in history before, and it will never happen again. There is no comparison to chattel slavery of Africans. There's no comparison.
I'm not saying it's a comparison. What I'm saying is, as do most things when you have thousands of years of other shit that you can expand upon. Well, I'm saying this shit's been a thing forever. Yeah, they did it the most, the biggest. They took it to another level. I get it. But slavery as a concept has been a thing since the beginning of time.
But that doesn't matter. What we're telling you is that modern day business practices is predicated on the biggest slave trade in history. Yes, it was that big that it changed history forever, and most business practices are predicated on that. That's how big of a slave trade it was.
So every just America.
Yeah, I feel like we're going down a rabbit hole.
That's crazy, but you know, the beautiful thing about America is you can believe whatever you want to believe, bro, and if it helps you get by in life and works for you, go for it. That seems like a stressful life for me to live. But if that's life and you're happy, hey, more power to you, bro. Like,
it's not stressful. It's just facts. I wasn't even worried about it, but the fact that you so lost and don't understand, that's frustrating, bro. Because listen, the difference is I went to college at HBCU. I majored in African American studies. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying you don't.
Yeah.
But I don't think that everything in this. I mean, because if you want to look at it through that way, you can pull up racist things 24 hours a day.
King Judah, where you go? Where'd you go?
I went to Southern University. I went to Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Miles College, Fairfield, Alabama.
I got you.
But I'm saying
we still got discriminatory practices right now in 2022 with the way America runs their businesses. If you pull up any of them companies, I think we was having this discussion the other day with Deacon 305 and them. If you pull up any of these major companies out of the Fortune 500 that are traded publicly, and you look at the discriminatory lawsuits, you'll see the practices that these major corporations are having. And these aren't like small companies. These billion-dollar companies, they're having discriminatory practices that are slanted towards one group, that nobody else is filing these charges. I don't know if you guys know, but when you file a charge with the EEOC, it's usually going to be in a group. It's never really going to be one person. It's going to be a group. It's going to be, you call it class action, you call it group setting. It's going to be more than one person. And it's going to be multiple events, and they're all going to go, and they're going to file that with the EEOC, which is the Equal Employment Opportunity. That's who's going to file that, pick up that charge, and carry that charge forward. And if they find it, that the charge of subsequent is going to go forward. But it's never going to be one. But if you start looking at those charges, you'll see the same group over and over and over and over again. And it's not just the big old companies. You also got new companies. You got companies like Tesla that's less than 10 years old that has plenty of charges that they have recently, where it's all kind of crazy shit going on, what they've been doing, from carving shit on machines, the shit they've said, to the practice of not promoting people, all the traditional shit that they normally do. So America has a serious problem when it comes to that. It hasn't really, the discriminatory practices that they have is across the board. It's not just in one sector. It's not just in one region. It's not like there's just one person. It's a whole bunch of people that's discriminating against Black people. And it's facts, because you could go up those reports. It's factual, not just shit I'm saying.
Yeah, and the reason that is live and well is when you have people who would deny that it's happening. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's frustrating when you bring these facts. And you have people say, "What you saying?" To know that's old. That's over with. That was way back when. We don't do that anymore. That's why racism is still alive and well in this country, because you have people who tell you that, hey, it's not that big of a deal, and we don't do that anymore.
And then you have people that say that's all this world is about, and every single thing you look at is fucking racist. So I think there's two ends of the spectrum. I don't give a fuck. I know when someone's being racist. Like I can tell when someone's being racist toward me or when something's racist. I don't need to look at it like, hold on. Why did this happen? Why did this guy get four napkins and I only got 2 napkins?
Racism is a system.
Because I'm fucking black? Like, that shit's
racism is a system, bro. Racism isn't an act. What you talking about is being prejudiced. That's not racism. When somebody let you know. No, listen. If somebody's talking, they make you feel a certain way because they don't like your race. That's prejudice. Racism when somebody can hold you back economically because of your race. That is racism.
Bro. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Bro, what did you, bro? You talking about a prejudice? Everybody is prejudiced against something.
I know the difference.
Racism is systematically holding somebody back economically or otherwise. That's racism.
No, it's not. Racism is a prejudice or hatred based on race. It's very simple. It's a type of prejudice and hatred for a race. Recently, with all this fucking SJW bullshit going on, they added a definition, which is the second definition. That definition was never in the dictionary until recently about the economic power. If you have that power, blah blah blah.
Somebody telling you in chat that's called being bigoted. Somebody just said it in chat. What you talking about is bigotry. Racism is the act of holding.
We don't even gotta go back and forth about it. You can go to Webster's dictionary and look at the fucking definition. We don't gotta ask someone in the chat.
Why would I have to do that when I know what it means? Why would I have to do that when I know what it means?
Because it doesn't sound like you know what it means. You sound like you know the second meaning.
That's why racism is called a system. The system of racism. Not the opinion of racism. It's the system of it.
No, it's not nothing. I'm just talking racism. There's no the system, the opinion, the nothing. It's just racism. Right, just good old regular racism.
Listen. It's a fact that these niggas use these metrics and they do little shit that used to happen during slavery times. They do it, Max. They do it. The NBA don't do it. Hold on, motherfucker. The NBA don't have fucking combines how the NFL got them, dog.
Yeah, they do.
They don't. All right.
They don't. It's not a big of a show if that's what you mean as far as money.
Yeah, they don't really give a fuck about the NBA combine like that. Why? Because they can watch the tape.
Yeah, they
watch the games. They've already scouted these guys, right? Just like they send scouts everywhere from every NFL team. I went to high school with a guy, oddly enough, Kyle, he's a scout for the 49ers right now. And his region was the Midwest. So they would have him at North Dakota, at South Dakota, be in fucking Wisconsin and Chicago, scouting college players. Like he told us one time, he was like, man, I was at, where was he at? He was somewhere in Utah, Utah, Montana, somewhere in the middle of fucking November, watching some guy because somebody told him, oh, you know, we got this little slot receiver up here at Montana State in the middle of nowhere, Montana, that might be pretty good. He might be the next Danny Amendola. So guess what? The 49ers sent him out there to scout him. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. They scout, players get scouted from all parts of the country. And another way that they evaluate them is tape. The only true way to evaluate a player is to go see them in person and to evaluate their tape. Every tape will tell you everything. And the only thing these combines and pro days show you is to confirm what they see on tape. Hey, they say he's big. Well, let's get him down here, or we go to this pro day and measure him. Oh, yeah, he is 6'4", 265. Okay, he's as big as people said he was. That's all these combines and pro days were originally supposed to do. It's not supposed to change your mind. If you thought he was trash on tape, guess what? 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to be trash once he gets in the game.
Yeah. Yo, so, DJ, somebody in the chat said he just made he just said something that proved your point. He said that the top player, if you're the top player in the country, everybody know you're the top player in the country. If you refuse not to participate in the combine, that does not mean the NFL team is going to change their mind on drafting you because they've seen in game what you can do.
Right.
But look at baseball. Look at baseball. Look at hockey.
I agree.
Look at so many other leagues that don't do that shit. They don't even try to do that shit.
They sit out because if they have a bad combine and a bad pro day, it drops their stock from what their game tape tells you. So it does still have importance.
Yeah, that just changed how much the NFL team actually has to pay you. So basically, you taking it, you gambling, you hurting yourself when you go to the combine because you can be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
So, but what happens is if you go to that combine and you don't show out, now somebody can get you at a discount price. You did better by not participating in the first place.
I think it's smart for every big player not to do this.
Another great example, right? Everybody, remember a few years ago, everybody wanted to know how fast Lamar Jackson really is, right? We see him on tape. Nobody's catching him from behind, and we see him pulling away from people, right? Everybody wanted to know how fast Lamar Jackson was. No matter how fast he ran at that combine, it wasn't going to improve his draft stock because everybody in their mind had already determined that Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen and Josh Allen were better than him. So the fact that he didn't run at the combine to show people how fast he was didn't hurt his draft stock.
I know, but see, he's
still through. The fact
once again, we're taking the minority. We're taking the minority as the argument.
Somebody didn't go at the combine last year, and it didn't hurt their draft stock. They still got drafted in the first round.
DJ, we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking first round picks. We're talking maybe even second round picks. There's 7 rounds in the fucking draft. So that athleticism and those little combine numbers comes in handy in that 5th, 6th, 7th, 4th round area where they were backups. Maybe they weren't on that good a team, but they look like they have promise. Well, hey, he's athletic. As long as we can teach him how to play, he's going to be fast. And you know what I mean? So it does come in handy. Now, when it comes to top players, like I just said it right now, I'll say it again. I think it's smart of every top player to not participate in the combine or the pro day and let your game speak for itself. If you just won the college championship, you probably shouldn't do shit. I mean, that's your proof. I won the fucking chip. You know what I'm saying? So there's really no point. But for all those other players, well, you don't know. You could be anywhere between 3rd and 7th round. You're going to want to show out on that day because it is going to help you out. And it's going to help you.
If you're not a senior and you're getting 3rd, and if they saying you probably going to be a 2nd or 3rd day pick, you shouldn't go into the draft. That's what Nick Saban tells all his guys. If you're an underclassman and they're telling you that, hey, coach, I'm getting a 3rd round grade right now, I think, son, if you come back next year, you'll probably be a 1st round pick. But if you want to go, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. I'm just going to tell you, you should probably stay if they're telling you you're going to be a 4th round pick right now. If you've already got your feelers out there, because these guys put feelers out there. They hear the projections, you know what I mean? So that's why you saw Jamar Chase. I don't care what nobody say. Jamar Chase set out because he was already going to be a 1st round pick. After his one season at LSU, everybody determined he was going to be a 1st round pick. I know that was the COVID year. He didn't come back after they won the national championship in 2019. But Jamar Chase had already decided, I'm going to be a 1st round pick. I'm sitting out the next year. And COVID just helped that decision. A lot of guys do that. Man. A lot of people said Jadeveon Clowney should have probably set out his entire junior year because everybody saw after his sophomore year, hey, this guy's ready. Look at the way he's bowling over these offensive tackles already in his sophomore year. We feel like he's ready. So I'm a big fan of tape. No matter what anybody says, look at the tape. It don't matter how you can tell how good or bad the game is going. Watch how somebody plays when they're down 24-7 can also tell you a lot about a player. Rather than them being up 21-0, somebody who's down 24-7 can also show you how well or not. Deuce, you can say that SEC blah blah blah, but we all know where the best players in the country come from. We all know where the best players in the country come to play. Even the guys in California. The guys in California ain't staying out there to play at fucking USC. They come down here to play at Bama and Georgia and Texas A&M and all these other schools. Why? It's the mini NFL down here. They want to see what they really made of. These quarterbacks from California are coming to the SEC to play. They not staying to play for fucking UCLA. So you can say whatever you want to say. They not staying to play at fucking Oregon. They don't want to go to Oregon State. They want to come to LSU, Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. You think
Bryce Young you're helping my point. You're helping my point, DJ. Thank you, DJ. You're helping my point. See, what if you were balling out in the fucking Pac-10? What if you were balling out in the Elite 8 or so, whatever the fuck that bullshit is? So what? You're balling out on tape. You're going, but they know the level of competition is not the same. as the big.
Well, you know what?
Big stage,
if you was balling out in the Pac-10, you still better than 90% of everybody who ever touched the football in the world.
For sure, but you're still not. You can't. It's not fair to compare that to like say like an SEC team that are playing 5 juggernauts a year. When you're playing like maybe 1 juggernaut, 2 juggernauts a year, and the rest you should probably win every game after that.
Well, get your bread up then, Deuce. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that shit. Get your bread up.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to compare.
Get your bread up.
Because you got so many legendary quarterbacks that seem to come from small colleges. It's very rare that, quarterbacks that are big in fucking college end up being Hall of Fame. Like, it's rare.
DJ Stroud left California and went to cold-ass. He left California and came to cold-ass Ohio State.
Hey, your boy Rob G. Film, you wrong about that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to start nothing up here, but the best players come out of Louisiana.
Florida.
Yeah, I forgot about Florida. Florida got the best skill players, receivers, and really receiver.
Receivers, corners.
Man, the best players come out of.
Yeah, I'm glad your mic cut out before you said some dumb shit.
No, I was just.
I'm glad your mic cut out before you said some dumb shit.
I had nothing. I was just.
Yeah. But the best skill players by far come out of Florida.
Texas has some good skill players too.
Texas has some decent skill players. I ain't gonna lie. Texas has some good skill players.
Florida, yeah, they got some.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this though. And I used to go back and forth with 817 and Eli Zachary about this shit. I'm tired of this big myth of Texas high school football. They beat up on each other because when they leave the fucking state of Texas, they get washed. When they came to Florida, they got the shit kicked out of them. When they go to California, they get the shit kicked out of them. They beat up on each other like Duncanville, Katy, North Shore, all these big-time Texas programs that leave the state of Texas end up getting fucked up. Anytime they go up, even when they go to New Jersey or go to Maryland to play St. Francis, anytime these Texas teams leave the state of Texas, they get their ass mopped up. I'm talking about bad. They even went to Ohio. I saw them go to Ohio before and get mopped up. So I like Texas as far as the caliber athlete that they put up, but I'm tired of the myth of Texas high school football being so much better than everybody else because your top teams get mopped up as soon as they leave Texas. So
I feel you.
So they have good athletes. They really do. Texas has great athletes. I'm not taking that shit away from them. Texas has great athletes.
My thing is, man, it's got to do with
Texas. This is Texas high school football. Texas high school football is different. No,
listen, they got to do it in the chat. They got to do in the chat. Jay Sean Brown saying that no good football players come out of Louisiana. But the last time I checked, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and what's the guy that played for the Eagles, the receiver for the Eagles? All three of them from Louisiana.
Dakota Rain came from Louisiana. Ed Reed came from Louisiana. Ryan Clark from Louisiana. What's his name? Fournette from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr. from Louisiana.
Exactly.
Eli Manning from Louisiana. So
Peyton Manning from Louisiana.
Yeah, what I said. Peyton and Eli Manning from Louisiana.
I know you didn't just
do that. Texas got players. Texas has good players. What I'm talking about is this myth of Texas high school football being the end all be all in this fucking country. That's the thing that gets me. They beat up on each other. But yeah, Georgia got some great teams. Georgia plays great football. Even though I know some of y'all teams that come over here and get their ass beat, but that's neither here nor there. But I ain't finna go back and forth on right side. Once they cross over that state line in Alabama, I know a few of them teams that get their ass beat. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey, it's all love no matter where you from. It's just that people trying to shit on Louisiana like we don't have ballers. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody know. Everybody know. Look, Nick Saban been dipping in Louisiana for a long time. So.
They had a documentary.
I know Louisiana plays some good football down there.
Listen,
I had two college classmates from Slidell, so I know they can play some football.
They asked Nick Saban when Nick Saban first got to LSU. They asked Nick Saban how he was going to turn the organization around and make LSU a winning organization. He said the first thing I'm going to do is stop letting the talent get out of Louisiana. He said too many of these high school players end up going to colleges that's not in Louisiana. He said, my first step is to recruit within the state of Louisiana, and look what he did with LSU. And even though he's with Alabama now, he's still recruiting in Louisiana.
Yeah, he went to Louisiana, then he go to Texas. He knows he already got Alabama on lock. Like it's out of 4 out of 5 of the top recruits from Alabama go to Alabama. Some of them might end up slipping to Georgia or go to Auburn, or might end up slipping to Florida or some shit like that. But the vast majority end up going to Alabama. That was Kirby Smart's big mission when he first got to Georgia. He was like, I'm going to put a cage up around Georgia and quit letting guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson go to Clemson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I'm going to put a cage up around Georgia, and I'm going to dominate Georgia in recruiting.
Right. So, I mean, I guess it's safe to say everybody agreed that it's mostly what the southern states have the best football players.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Outside of the South, I'll give California their credit. Ohio, New Jersey, and Maryland. They also produced great players. Outside of the South, California, Ohio, Jersey, and Maryland. But by and large, we know where the best football players come from.
We still never agreed. We still never agreed on that yet. Where they come from?
Florida. It all depends on what position you're looking for.
Yeah, most of them from Florida.
To me, Florida don't produce quarterbacks like that. You see what I'm saying? When you say best players, I'm looking at overall, because when it comes down to straight skill, yeah, Florida and Texas, in my opinion,
by and large, Florida.
Florida,
skill. We'll be talking corners, wide receivers, linebackers, defensive ends. Florida.
Yeah, they just fast. They be running on them beaches in the offseason. They run them beaches in the offseason.
Florida and Georgia, man. They man. Whew.
Yeah, but Florida, because they do it down here year round, and like how we used to have Pop Warner.
South got over everybody. They can play football year round.
When we was little, we used to go to the little community park and pay the little fee, and everybody pay. They don't do that no more. Now, if your kid playing at a community park, they behind, because they all paying like these 707 leagues. It's football, it's basketball, it's AAU. Like they not doing that. And then what happened is the kids that can't afford it, they get sponsored. So they're not paying. The competition level isn't the same at the regular local park that it is in these specialized leagues. Like DJ saying, it's not the same as it used to be. So you're only able to get in those leagues if your parents got the money, or if you're at a certain level. It's skill level that you're even gonna get in those leagues, because then they'll pay for you to go to those fucking leagues. And those shits are all year long. They don't never stop.
But what Florida producing like linebackers and linemen though? That's my thing. They produce a lot of skill players, but what about like linebacker, lineman positions like that? I don't see a lot of them players, from Florida.
Look at Ohio State's roster.
You say Ohio State?
Go look at Ohio State's roster and tell me where the majority of them players come from.
I'll check it out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know a lot of them because I'm a Ravens fan. They starting to call us the Florida Ravens because most of our best players from Florida.
Just like a few years ago, we was the Bama Skins. Well, we still the Bama Skins.
Yeah.
Watch to keep track to players from Alabama. I know Jay Gruden loved them, but anyway. But yeah, Florida got athletes out the ass, man. Texas got some great athletes too. But
man, part of them dudes running on them beaches in the offseason, that's where that speed comes.
Rabbit chasing, bro. When they chop down them sugar canes down there in Mug City, down there in Belle Glade, and down there in the country part of Florida. That when they cut down that sugar cane and all them rabbits start coming out. They be down there chasing some rabbits, man.
Ain't that many of them coming out of there, DJ, man. And most of them city boys coming up out of there. Ain't that many country dudes coming up out of there. Most of them city boys.
From what? Down there in Belle Glade?
No. You got like the Miami dudes up there in Tallahassee. There ain't no country. Them city dudes.
I get that. I'm talking about what is it?
I get what you're saying. I'm saying it's more.
Else. I think it's the beach.
They don't produce more players. They don't produce more players than a little bit. Like Anquan Bolden, Kelvin Benjamin. I'm trying to think. Travis Benjamin. Who else came from?
I'm talking about that top level, but I'm talking about the volume.
A bunch of guys that came down from that Belgrade area, man.
Yeah, the top level, like them dudes that do come out of there, they be top level, but the bulk of them dudes ain't on that, ain't to that particular level. You know, they good enough to get in there, and those dudes come from the city. That other level is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You talking about in the city where Teddy Bridgewater, Mari Cooper, all them guys came from.
Yeah, it's a lot of them regular. Just made it to the league. They just not on that level that you're talking about. They good enough to get to the league and have a good career. They just not at that. Those country boys that do come out of there, they be a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's saying that Long Beach Pilot got the most players. Yeah, that's true. I remember seeing that too about Long Beach Pilot players, but a lot of them make it to the NFL. They don't make a lot of noise though once they make it.
I know they got the best quarterback in the country right now.
You talking about right now, currently?
Mm-hmm. Coming out of high school anyway.
Okay.
That Nico kid. Everybody, and me and 817 been talking about this if he's still out there listening. Me and 817 been debating back and forth on this, but I'm not sold on Arch Manning yet. I don't care that his last name is Manning. He ain't showed me nothing.
Right.
He's not. It's a reason why he's not going to these top camps. It's a reason why they're not inviting him to Elite 11 camps.
Man, he got that retard blood in him, dog. He's gonna be.
Stop it, Max. Everybody just ready to hand this kid the keys to the kingdom because his last name is Manning and he can throw the ball a little bit. No, I gotta see.
Has it been a Manning that let you down yet?
Eli Manning was 117 and 117. He was the epitome of an average quarterback.
Hey, two rings against Brady.
He struck gold twice. Just because he struck gold twice don't mean he wasn't an average quarterback. And he's gonna walk into the Hall of Fame because he won, because he had a defense to help him win 2 Super Bowls. So
what y'all think about Shador?
He came in as an 8 seed.
I'm sorry.
What y'all think about Shador?
He came in as an 8 seed and won. He won a chip as a.
Go ahead, man.
He won a chip as an 8 seed. He won a chip as an 8 seed and beat Brady for it. That's kind of crazy.
He can't be an 8 seed. He was a 6 seed, but
okay, yeah. I think basketball.
He ain't the first quarterback to do that. Win as a 6 seed.
But he did against Brady.
He ain't the first quarterback to do that, and the defense also held Brady to 14 points. An offense that was averaging 35 points a game, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
like I said, because he got lucky and won 2 Super Bowls with great defenses, they're going to let him in the Hall of Fame. But Eli Manning is Kirk Cousins.
But you could also say, DJ, that one of those Super Bowls
Kirk Cousins is trash, bro.
They lost it because of that catch. That catch that they lost that Super Bowl in, you could say that was a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch. So yeah, that can go both ways though.
The throw was trash. Now come on, the throw was underthrown.
No, but he caught that motherfucker. I'm talking about the one when they lost. I'm talking about when they lost. They lost that Super Bowl. When Eli Manning lost that Super Bowl, that throw that fucked him up.
2-0.
That was a hell of a throw.
He's 2-0.
Yeah, I don't remember what Super Bowl did they lose? I don't remember them losing one.
Unless you're talking about like a conference championship or something.
No, man, they didn't lose. Who they lost to? They lost to what's the name of the receiver? Shit, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, he just beat Brady twice, and then that's it.
Yeah, he got lucky and beat Tom Brady twice when Brady was running for his life because Matthias Kiwanuka, Justin Tuck, O.C. Umanura,
Michael Strahan.
Hey. You got to think, bro, he had some elite fucking pass rushers on that defense that gave Brady hell. So one way you can stop Tom Brady over time has been an elite pass rush. And the Giants in those 2 Super Bowls had elite pass rushes. So I'm sorry, because Eli Manning got lucky and won 2 Super Bowls, it does not erase the fact that he was 117 and 117.
Man, don't act like all those points came from the defense.
No, I'm just saying.
So you saying Eli Manning is Antonio Tarver of football?
I like Eli. I'm just saying that sometimes Eli was one of them people. He benefited off the defense more than anything, bro. Because without a strong defense, Eli not winning 1 Super Bowl.
No, I mean defense was championship. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Well, look at Big Ben's first Super Bowl that he had. He ain't win that shit.
We
Your
didn't
man's
win
won
that
that
shit.
shit.
Thank you. It was
Yeah,
fast Willie Parker in that
Hold
defense.
on. Let me ask you a better question. When was the last time a team won where the defense wasn't good?
Kansas City.
That's what I'm saying. You say, yeah, Kansas City was the last one. Kansas City.
That was the only one in the past few years. That's what I was trying to tell Fred earlier. It's like all the teams you name it had great defenses.
Nah, but that one with the Steelers won, that first one that he won, Big Ben won. The running back and what's that crazy motherfucker on defense? Ran that shit back for him.
Palomalo.
No.
James Harrison.
Harrison went crazy. Harrison went crazy.
Yeah, that was the second one that he won with when they played Arizona. Hold
on, bro. Big Ben made some big throws in that game, though.
No, he didn't, bro.
He made some big ones.
That defense, look, Harrison ran one of the bitches back, and that running back.
I'm not saying he had a good game, but he hit some clutch fucking throws.
Nah, man, he's fucking up on that game.
Just like Tebow. You can say about Tebow. Tebow be trying to trash the whole game and then somehow pull it out when he needs to. That was his whole career.
Listen. Like I'm a Bama fan, right? But I still watched all 4 years of Tim Tebow. Really go back and look at that team. Like Tim Tebow didn't really have to do shit. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. So
Percy Harvin, Lewis Murphy, racist ass Riley Cooper. You had my man Mr. Catch Your Body, Aaron Hernandez. Bro, that team was. I'm not even gonna get on the defense.
You said Percy Harvin already,
bro. Like them teams were absolutely sensational. You had Dempsey Rainey. You had Jeff Dempsey, Chris Rainey on that team, bro. Tim Tebow didn't really have to do much, but when it got inside the 5, they dubbed it Tebow time. You have Percy Harvin, Chris Demps, and Jeff Demps, and Chris Rainey and Percy Harvin and Lewis Murphy do all the fucking work, and then when it get inside the 5-yard line, guess what? It's Tebow time. You always knew it was going to be quarterback power. They're going to bring everybody in, let Tim Tebow run quarterback power. Then when he finished his career, he got 50-something rushing touchdowns, done broke somebody's record that he really didn't deserve to break. Like, I like Tim Tebow. I think he's one of the best college quarterbacks ever played, but let's not act like he wasn't loaded down there in Florida.
Yeah, but that's a creation of that. That's a creation of ESPN.
So then how are you going to watch that game tape?
What's the dude on First Take? What's the Skip Bayless? That's a creation of Skip Bayless, and ESPN got that bandwagon going and drove that all the way in the ground.
Yeah. Skip would drive something into the ground, boy.
Yep.
Hey, I'm telling you though, bro, if you ever want your name out there and you want to become a superstar, now you got to get Skip campaigning for you. He turned everybody into a superstar.
Yep. He still got people thinking Baker Mayfield can play.
Right.
Hey, but back to Eli Manning, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, right? I miss Eli Manning and Tony Romo. I really do. I miss him. As an Eagles fan, I miss him dearly. Because some bitches were going to throw you 3 picks a game. All you had to do was catch them. I miss Eli Manning and Tony Romo. I really do, man. But like I said, Eli Manning's going to get into the Hall of Fame because he got lucky and won 2 Super Bowls. Other than that, he had an average career. It was average. I'm sorry. It was average. And this is not me a biased Eagles fan. He was average, man. He was an average quarterback. That's just what it was. He's gonna get a lot of pub because of them 2 Super Bowls. But I'm sorry, he was average. He really was, man. He was Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has the same 500 record as a quarterback that Eli Manning does.
Man, Kirk Cousins don't got the 2 Super Bowl wins.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why Eli Manning is going to get it. Tony Romo's not a Hall of Famer. Tony Romo's not a Hall of Famer, right side. Stop the cap, man.
Is truly an average
Tony
quarterback.
Romo is not a Hall of Famer.
So, DJ, is Dan Marino a Hall of Famer? Because I don't think the mother. And see, if you was down here watching that motherfucker and you watched the Marx brothers, he could just throw that shit anywhere near them motherfuckers. They'll go get that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Dan Marino, man. Dan Marino.
You gotta love them receivers then. If you like Dan, you must love those receivers because he could just throw that bitch by him and they'll go get that shit.
And we were talking about that earlier, Pittsburgh, how a lot of people calling Matt Stafford Stat Patford over the years because you look up at the end of the year and he'd have 4,000 yards passing, 35 touchdowns, probably 9 interceptions, but they 4-12.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of people feel like he benefited from having Megatron half his career.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Brandon Washington, you wish y'all about to get abused this year, boy. I feel like like 817 said, that second game might be a little closer, but that first game, y'all getting bashed. When y'all come up to Philly, when the
Cowboys got too much talent, bro.
Come up to Philly that first game, because we owe y'all a couple ass whoopings. Because that last game, y'all got us injured. That first game last year, y'all embarrassed us. That second game, y'all got us injured, and a lot of guys didn't play because it was the last game of the regular season, and we was already in the playoffs, and we was just trying to figure out who we was gonna play, whether it was gonna be Tampa or somebody else. But we ended up going down there and getting washed by Tampa. But we owe y'all some ass whoopings now. So make no mistake about it. We coming back for that ass. Pause. But anywho.
Yeah, the Cowboys, man, they got too much talent for them not to be able to do something more. Every year, I'm just shocked at how they underperform every year.
I mean, as long as Jerry Jones there, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, you ain't got no leadership as the coach, man. That's what you're going to get. As long as you're getting the coach that's
Jones be cutting their balls off.
Jerry Jones, you're getting everything run from the upper office.
Yeah, he get new boys. He ain't got no coaches. He ain't got a real coach. That's why Bill Parcells got the hell out of there. Bill Parcells said, "To hell with it."
Bill Parcells, he left Miami
run my team. I can't, So
yeah, he left Miami too. Same shit.
Oh, he asking who the greatest college QB. I'm gonna tell y'all mine. After the whole career, but the best season I ever seen was Vince Young.
Vince Young was it.
Vince Young was the best season you ever saw.
Man, he damn sure had the best performance in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
I watched him in the Rose Bowl where they knew USC knew he was gonna run the ball that whole fourth quarter and couldn't do nothing about it.
And he was running against all stars. That team was loaded that he was playing against.
That was the best performance I ever seen from a college player, bro. That shit was like Michael Jordan, bro. When I watched him and they knew what he was gonna do and couldn't stop him.
Wow. Okay.
Remember, that's Reggie Bush was on the other side. That was that Reggie Bush and all them.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm right. That's that team, the caliber players they rolling with. Okay.
But Deshaun Watson, the way he cooked us 2 years in a row, like the first time it was like, oh shit, Clemson is actually really good. And we end up beating them because Kenyon Drake ran the kickoff back. That ended up being the difference in the game. But the second year when he came back and did it, and we whooped his ass that first half. But when he came back and said, all right, bet, and proceeded to cook us. This is a defense that had Reuben Foster, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Tony Brown, Trayvon Diggs, Ronnie Harrison.
Yo, I ain't taking nothing from that. My whole thing with the Vince Young versus Reggie Bush, it was the storylines too, bro. Because a lot of people feel like Vince Young should have got the Heisman that year. They end up giving it to Reggie Bush only for them to turn around and have to play each other.
That shit was Reggie.
That was
Reggie definitely.
I mean, he balled out, but Reggie Bush was just that.
Reggie was different.
He was different.
Still the best college football player I've ever seen.
I
would have lied.
What about Raheem? What about Ishmael? Ishmael was the truth too on offense when he was playing, man. College-wise, every time that motherfucker was the ball,
real quick. Let me tell you something about Reggie, man. I grew up in San Diego at the same time, same like high school career kind of thing. So people from our high school used to never watch our own high school games. We would travel to Helix to go watch Reggie Bush. And that's what I said. Alex Smith got a whole fucking scholarship based on just dumping it off to Reggie Bush. It would just be in a flat, a 1 yard pass, and Reggie would take that shit to the house, like all the time. That fool was amazing. I told my stepdad about Reggie Bush, like, hey, there's this dude coming out of Helix. His name's Reggie Bush. I think he's going to USC. He's going to be nice. And my dad, he's from North Carolina, so he's a Southern. I don't know what team it is, but he likes Southern football. He's like, yeah, right, all right. And then that broke my heart, man. That year they lost to fucking Vince Young, piece of shit.
I'm just saying, the reason Vince Young made an impression on me because that game when he showed me,
there's a better one. There's a better one. Adrian Peterson should have won it over Matt Leinart in 04. But
listen, man, DJ, I gotta stop you, bro. You ain't finna sit here and goddamn, you're shitting on the wrong teams, bro. You ain't gonna shit on Georgia. You're not gonna shit on my Cowboys, nigga. It's not gonna motherfucking happen. And so I gotta come up here and really, why I wanted to come up here, bro. We got to get a fantasy league together. You know what I'm saying for. You know what I'm saying, the upcoming season, bro. What y'all think about that? Would y'all be willing to? I'll even go start the shit.
I'll say that again, brother. I ain't catch.
A fantasy league, bro.
Oh, I don't know how to play. I wanted to get into it, bro. So I don't know how to play that. I'll be interested in it. I just don't know how it works. You know, I don't know what to do.
No, it wouldn't be shit. I mean, you know, we'll send the link out, whatever, and we'll have a draft. Everybody pick they
individual
players or whatever, and we'll run that shit. You feel me? Like,
yeah, we'll figure. You know what, right side? We still got 2-3 more weeks before the season start. We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Kyle keeps trying to hold that shit over my head that he won fantasy last year, which you know. It is what it is.
Oh no, Cal didn't whoop your ass in fantasy, bro.
He got like one win over me, and I didn't even get to pick half my team. So you know, it's just.
Hey, all I'm telling you, hey Georgia, we gonna win this motherfucker again this year, bro. We finna win this bitch again. It's gonna be.
You know what? I just thought about.
You
right, Jay.
Win what? Win what?
No,
win
I was.
What? He can win. No, you know, I'm gonna talk shit to him while he's sitting his ass backstage. Win what? Win what? Sick of this shit, man. I was happy for George. I was happy for Kirby when he won. I was glad it was Kirby that got us. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that it was Kirby. Kirby was on our staff for a long time, won a few championships with us. Then he went over there and turned Georgia around in a couple years, right? The fact that it was Kirby made me happy. I'm glad it was Kirby rather than Urban Meyer or who the coach at Ohio State, Ryan Day, or whether it was Dabo. Like, I was even happy it was Dabo because Dabo from Birmingham. You get what I'm saying? So I was glad it was Kirby. But y'all getting on my nerves, man. Remember, I gotta hear this shit a lot. I got friends who are Georgia fans. I gotta and beat y'all ass. Y'all finally beat us after we beat y'all ass for 15 years straight. Every time we played y'all for the last 15 years, we whooped that ass. So y'all finally get one, and you don't want to let us hit the end of it. I'll tell you what, we're gonna see y'all. Y'all just meet us in Atlanta, and we'll run y'all out the fucking stadium again, like we've been doing the past 15 years. But I'll bring right side back in.
He kicked me out together. You kicked me out the shit. I didn't even know I was kicked out, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can talk that shit from the back.
Hey, so let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. True or false? Was Kirby the head of recruiting at Alabama when he was over there, nigga? Was he the head of recruiting?
No, he wasn't.
Who was?
Nick Saban and Scott Cochran.
And who does better recruiting? Kirby motherfucking Smart recruits way better than Nick Saban motherfucking recruits.
Okay, nobody recruits better than Nick Saban recruits. Nobody.
I'm guessing that's why he just flipped. I'm guessing that's why he just flipped to Georgia's recruits, right?
No, look. Let me say this. Let me tell you why I feel that way. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, specifically where LSU is at. I watched Nick Saban come down here, turn us into a powerhouse. Then he left us. The recruits that he left, Les Miles was able to win another championship with the recruits that Nick Saban left. Not only that, he went to Alabama and turned Alabama into the powerhouse of football. You can't tell me nobody is a better recruiter than Nick Saban.
Kirby Smart was with Nick Saban in all of those moves, all of those ventures. Nigga, what you talking about? When Nick Saban was at LSU, Kirby was with his ass.
So it's Kirby.
So was Will Muschamp and Jimbo Fisher.
And when Will went to goddamn Florida, when he went to motherfucking South Carolina, the nigga wasn't able to.
What happened? Hello? Can everybody else hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right side, you cut out, bro.
Yeah, you probably.
No, I didn't. No. Oh, what happened? Oh man, we'll come back right side.
No, I'm just saying. So the dude Kirby Smart, you talking about was he with Alabama? When did he leave Alabama?
He left 2016, 17, I want to say.
So Nick Saban was still able to have Alabama as a powerhouse without him.
Listen.
I mean, he still won 2 national championships without him. So
listen. When Muschamp went to South Carolina and Florida, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't recruiting the way Alabama was recruiting, or any team that he was rocking with Saban. You feel me? Whereas with Kirby Smart, Kirby been recruiting at the same level as Alabama has been since he's been at Georgia. Kirby was the nigga, really, he was the nigga behind the recruiting with Alabama. Niggas don't give him credit for it, but when that nigga left Alabama, bro, niggas sing, nigga. Well, Alabama gonna recruit great because they got the track record. You feel me? They got the track record. So I ain't taking nothing away from them. But what I will say is, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Let me. Okay, yeah. Well, Deuce, you can't talk to Deuce. He a troll. He don't know what the fuck he talking about anyway. So, but anyways, when it comes down to recruiting. When out of all of the proteges, you feel me? Whether it was what's the nigga name at Ole Miss right now? The young nigga.
You talking about Lane Kiffin?
Lane Kiffin couldn't recruit that same way. You feel me? Muschamp couldn't. The only motherfucker who could leave Kirby, leave Nick Saban and continue at that level of recruiting is Kirby motherfucking Smart. And when he came to Georgia,
Fisher won a national championship without him.
Who?
Jimbo Fisher.
Man, Jimbo Fisher won a motherfucking national championship with niggas he didn't even motherfucking recruit.
He recruited most of that team.
Man, he didn't recruit most.
All right.
We'll agree to it. And I believe we talking about Florida State, correct?
Correct.
And who? Bobby Bowden was the motherfucker recruiting the majority of that team.
If you really think Bobby Bowden was still out there on the road,
man, come on, man. I got
some oceanfront property in Idaho.
That's the shit right there. That's the shit y'all want to do. So when Kirby doing the recruiting at Alabama, Nick Saban get the credit, right?
The whole reason,
but then, man, stop the cap, man. Stop the cap, man. Stop the cap. And what it comes down to, when else we done seen Jimbo Fisher go and be efficient outside? And I give Jimbo credit because when he went to Texas A&M, they got money to spend over there, especially with the whole what's the program called where you can pay these motherfuckers now? I don't know the name of the program. I can't remember it. But Jimbo, this nigga paying more motherfuckers way more than anybody else paying motherfuckers. He paying niggas more than goddamn Kirby and Nick Saban paying motherfuckers. But
he got that bottomless pit of money. Look, see, this is the thing about NIL too. This is the thing about NIL, right? I love it. I love NIL. I love it. I love this shit.
I love it. I love that shit too.
Love it. I'm glad they finally opened the floodgates. Because now we're really about to see who can do what.
Who can do what? Yeah, nigga. But this the thing.
I love this shit. USC got rich boosters. USC got actors and activists and philanthropists all on their
and they still ain't putting motherfuckers in like that. And they still ain't recruiting like that.
Ohio State boosters got money. Michigan boosters got money. Clemson boosters got money. Alabama boosters got money. Hell, LSU boosters got money. All these schools got money. So we really about to see. We are
who can recruit.
Oklahoma boosters got money. So we really about to see who really.
But we already seeing it. We already seeing it. It's gonna come down to two teams once again. It's gonna be Alabama and motherfucking Georgia. Those are the two teams it's coming down to. Ohio State can recruit their ass off, but when they get on the motherfucking field with Alabama and Georgia, they gonna get their ass beat the fuck down. Any motherfucking team.
I'm gonna say this. Ohio State gonna be fucking good this year, man.
They gonna be good as shit, bro. They gonna be good.
Gonna be good. They gonna be good as shit. With Smith-Jigba,
But this is the problem.
Stroud, Marvin Harrison Jr. Like
this
that team that won the Rose Bowl last year, you understand most of that team was freshmen and sophomores, right?
This is the problem. When it comes down to college football, the shit ain't won by skill positions. The shit is won in the motherfucking trenches. The motherfucking trenches.
Y'all lost 17 people to the draft.
Hey, but guess what? Guess what though? When you lose 17 motherfuckers to the draft and you still have goddamn 5-star after 5-star, 4-star coming up in that motherfucker.
How long is it gonna take them to develop?
Man, they already developed.
How long is all right?
I'm already motherfucking developed. Hey, I guarantee this.
And guys be getting these 5 stars and don't be developing them.
Hey, this is the craziest thing. A lot of times, Kirby, the nigga don't even recruit the 5 stars. The nigga recruit 3 stars. Jordan Davis was a 3-star recruit. You feel me? The reason is because they know how to teach these motherfuckers. That's the difference between a Georgia and Alabama. That's the difference. Hold on, bro. That's the difference between the Georgia and Alabama and Ohio State. You feel me? Ohio State, they can recruit the motherfuckers, but they don't know how to teach the motherfuckers the way that Georgia and Alabama know how to. And I got respect for Alabama because y'all niggas, hey, y'all put that test up against niggas like us, and that's what I like to see. I ain't mad at it, but at the same time, bro, we got that same motherfucking mindset, and it's not about that star. It ain't about the stars by your name. It's about how you grow your talent. And that's what Georgia and Kirby, that's what we able to do now. That's what Alabama able to do. Whatever is happening with Ryan Day up there at goddamn Ohio State, that shit, that nigga ain't growing motherfucking talent the way it's being grown down here in the motherfucking South. It ain't happening the same way. It's not.
I'm gonna say this.
Right side, let me say this though. I think you missed the boat with all that recruiting crap, because what happens is those dudes got boosters. They got them deep ass pockets where they sliding cars and moving people from Hawaii to Alabama. Ain't nobody moving to no goddamn Alabama unless they get some money in their pocket. So like DJ
for
said,
sure.
all that shit just open up.
Yeah,
just figured out how to manipulate.
Nigga.
I don't. That ain't like he doing
this the problem. No, but this the problem. Hold on. Go ahead.
If you getting the best talent, you getting the best talent by far and away. It ain't that fucking hard to figure out when you getting the best talent. When your talent level is way the fuck up here compared to the talent that you're playing against. Shit, you're already playing at disadvantage, and there is only a couple games a year that they're actually being pressed at that level. So I mean, it is what it is.
This the difference. It's not about, and people always, to some degree, it is talent level. It's about how you develop your talent. And the difference between Ohio State and the SEC, you feel me? Specifically, Georgia and Alabama, is not that we all recruiting the same talent. You know what I'm saying? We all bring the talent in, but it's being developed down here. Think about this. Think about this now. CJ Stroud, this nigga is a way better motherfucking quarterback than Stetson Bennett is. A way motherfucking better quarterback. But why was Georgia able to be successful? Because they developed their motherfucking talent much better than Ohio State does. Same thing with Alabama. I can't stand Alabama, but I got to give them credit. They know how to develop talent. You know what I'm saying? And the difference is what they doing at Ohio State to develop talent and what we doing down here is totally different. Hence the reason when we run up against those motherfuckers, what we do, we dog walk their ass. We dog walk these motherfuckers, bro. It is what it is. When we play Oregon, the first game of the season, we gonna beat the dog shit out of
whoop the shit out them. They got Bo Nix at quarterback.
Because we know how to develop, motherfucking talent. Even if we get a motherfucking 3-star recruit, he can be a 3-star. But after we done developing that nigga, he gonna be better than the motherfucking 5-star that they recruited. That's what's gonna happen, bro. And these are facts. These are facts.
Right. Remember, now, if you go to Alabama, they 2 and 3 deep. So, they 2-3 deep. So the level of competition that they practicing against is way better than somebody else. So that development started at fucking practice. Because you do more practice than you do the actual fucking game. So those guys' level of competition that they playing against is way higher because of that whole system of funny money that's floating around in those 5-star recruits being there. from the beginning. Like those dudes are ready when they get them pressure games.
See, this the problem.
Pittsburgh, to your point, that's part of Nick Saban's recruiting pitch.
Yeah,
it made Calvin Ridley better having to go up against Marlon Humphrey every day, and vice versa. It made Marlon Humphrey better having to go up against Calvin Ridley every day in practice. It made Cam Robinson, that guard from who played for the Jaguars now, was first round pick. It made him better having to go up against Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne every day, and vice versa. So you see that. You see that, man. You see that all the time at Alabama.
It's the same in Georgia. Just think.
God damn, ain't nobody shitting on Georgia because we didn't mention Georgia.
It's like you just told me.
Unwad them panties, man. Ain't nobody shitting on Georgia.
Go to the league, and everybody that's gonna be starting this year was practicing against those same 17 motherfuckers. You feel me?
But Alabama,
hey, just like them same motherfuckers were practicing against the guys that started for LSU, and what happened? Whoops.
But they ain't three. Yeah, they ain't. But see, they ain't 3 deep though, DJ. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think, like, only the top tier players is getting that funny money. Everybody ain't getting that funny money. It's only a couple of them rich bushes getting
the money ain't so funny no more. All it is basically with NIL is they can't pay you to come to that school. All they can do now is say, hey, if you come here, we can get the local car dealership to sponsor you. You see a lot of these guys at Alabama, because you see them on commercials now here, these local commercials, these local restaurants. You'll see them, hey, I got a sandwich named after me. Come down and get your Bryce burger, or you know what I'm saying. The restaurants will pay them, or the car dealerships to pay them to be in commercials. And they can get paid off of autograph signers now. You see more and more autograph signers popping up in the off season whenever they got time. That's all NIL is. They still, to this day, per NCAA regulations, cannot say, I'll pay you $50,000 right now if you come to Alabama. They can't do that, even though we know that probably happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't think that somebody used steroids and you tell them don't use it, and they tell you a piggy swear promise, I ain't gonna do it. Now all of a sudden they gonna follow the rules. Them motherfuckers still skating the rules. That's like the New England Patriots. Every assistant coach that left up out of that bitch and became a head coach got caught in some kind of scandal or some kind of ridiculous shit because they tried to take that shit out of there and take it somewhere else and got caught. But they can't help it. That's built inside of them motherfuckers. That's what they do.
They couldn't move like Bill was moving, but guess what? Yeah. Kirby moving just like motherfucking Nick Saban, nigga. Kirby is able to do it because Kirby.
A lot of them are moving. Just a lot of them are either trying it, or couldn't do it. Like Jimbo Fisher has told you, I know how Nick Saban worked. That's why I'm recruiting the way I'm recruiting.
Hey, hold on, let me
knows it. Who else? Lane Kiffin knows it. Lane Kiffin is also a very good recruiter.
Hold on.
What's my guy up in Maryland? He's also a very good recruiter. Mike Loxley, who also coached under Nick Saban. He know, man, all these guys know tricks of the trade, man. It's only one guy who's able to lose. And this is another thing a lot of people don't really mention or just kind of really overlook. Nick Saban loses a lot of coaches every year, so there's really no continuity in his coaching staff. Every time, even Cristobal, who left, who's the offensive line coach at Alabama a few years ago, then leaves and goes to Oregon, does what he does out there at Oregon, and now he's down there in Miami, about to take over down there in Miami because he's really quietly put together a good recruiting class.
Yeah,
he got a lot of top recruits recruiting down there. So you got to remember, this was his alma mater where he was an All-American, so he has a lot of pride. You see a lot of these guys from his alma mater starting to come around the program again. You know what I mean? Helping him, he was like, man, I'm gonna turn this shit around. Like, it's sad the way people disrespect him and Antrell Roll and a couple other guys, Warren Sapp. It was like, it's sad how guys are just feel free to disrespect Miami now. But he was like, well, yeah, we're gonna get that fixed. So I like Cristobal. But anyway, I digress.
Let me ask you a question.
A lot of these top coaches are leaving Nick Saban year in and year out. Kirby, what's my guy at Michigan State right now? What's my guy at Michigan State? Mel Tucker, who's also under Nick Saban. You get what I'm saying? He's losing coaches left and right. There's no continuity in his staff, but yet he's still recruiting and coaching at the same level.
Mel Tucker left Kirby though. He didn't leave Nick. He left Nick Saban when Kirby left, and then came to Georgia, and then went to goddamn Michigan.
Man, you keep trying to goddamn slide Georgia into every goddamn conversation, and I'm telling you, everybody's shitting on Georgia because I don't mention Georgia. I get that. What I'm saying is, how many guys like when Clemson finally beat us, right? They had seen Alabama. But that last time we played them in the championship, which was 2018, I want to say, and they washed us. You got to think about it. That entire coaching staff, from Brent Venables all the way down to the defensive line coaches, Dabo, the position coaches, they had seen Alabama by that time 4 times. 4 times. That same coaching staff has seen the same team 4 times, right? There's continuity in his staff. They know how to break down film together. They know what to expect of each other. When you're constantly rolling in coaches and you gotta do install of your defense and this new guy, like when Jalen Hurts was at Alabama, he went through 3 different offensive coordinators in 3 years.
But the offense
that shit is hard to do, man.
This was still the
defense is going through 2 and 3 different coordinators.
Doesn't matter because the defense is still the same as well. The defense comes behind what Nick Saban is doing. Even though you have these and it's the same thing with Georgia. Even though we have different defensive coordinators coming in, bro, the defense still goes behind what Kirby is preaching, bro. So it's not really that different. The matter of fact,
it's drastically different. It's drastically different. I mean, they might run the same concepts, but Nick still has to teach his defense to that coach, and that coach has to then install that defense. But there'll be minor changes. There'll be minor changes because every year you got to change up the verbiage and all that type of stuff. But Nick Saban runs a very complicated defense. So he has to teach it to his coach, and his coach has to then go and install it with the incoming freshmen and the new guys who probably didn't play probably didn't play as much last year. He still has to install different parts of that defense, different principles of that defense.
If you ever notice, they usually don't bring foreign guys in. They elevate guys. The reason being is because they know the language, they know the style, they know what the defense is already. It's not like they bringing in somebody brand new who's never worked with them before. They elevate individuals. They elevate individuals, and so because of that,
they bring brand new guys in all the time. Now they might elevate some of the position coaches, but a lot of them guys don't be there.
Yeah, but
what's his name? Flood came out of nowhere. He's the offensive line. No, not Flood, but Doug Marrone. Doug Marrone wasn't there. They brought him in. Now he's the offensive line coach. Bill O'Brien wasn't there 2 years ago.
It's a difference between
Lane Kiffin wasn't there. Steve Sarkisian was a quote-unquote analyst, but they just put that title on him. Charlie Strong.
The reason you're talking about offense is because Nick Saban specializes in defense. Same thing.
Okay, so we'll go to the defensive side of the ball. Charlie Strong wasn't there. What's my guy's name? After Kirby left, who was the guy? Golden wasn't even there. He was like a special teams coach. He wasn't nowhere near the defense. He wouldn't even go. Bro, they brought people. They bring people from the outside. They rarely bring people up to those type of positions. When it comes to coordinators and quarterback coaches and stuff, they will bring people in from the outside. Now they'll bring people up from like GAs and all that. And they can be position coaches, but for the most part, they bring people in from outside. Nick brings people in from outside, especially with offense.
Because he doesn't specialize in offense. So he allows others to come in. It's the same thing with Kirby. And it's crazy that we're talking about this because these motherfuckers are the same, bro. They're the exact same. They uplift, they elevate individuals on the defensive side. They will bring people in, you know what I'm saying? Just like we just brought in Mush, you know what I'm saying? For goddamn offense. We didn't bring the nigga in for defense because everything defensively. Dan Lanning was a motherfucking linebacker coach. They elevated his ass after Mel Tucker left. The reason they was able to do it is because he knew the verbiage. You feel me? He already knew what the fuck was going on defense. But they will bring individuals in as far as offense goes. I agree with that. because neither one of these niggas specialize in offense. So they will let niggas come in and put their offensive system into place. You know what I'm saying? Even using their verbiage, they're not using Kirby's verbiage for offense because Kirby don't give a fuck about. Same thing with
Why you Kirby don't give a fuck about offense? He know.
Why you, buddy? Hey, I'm gonna cook with you later, DJ. I'm gonna cook with y'all. Hey, salute to the panel, man. Much love to y'all, man.
All right, right side. Take it easy, man.
Right side out. I guess we can get on Georgia again. I guess we can talk about Georgia again, DJ.
Yeah, man.
No, but I just think that I think
he loves his Georgia Bulldogs, which like I said, I done had to hear it ever since January, man. So, like I said, the first 2-3 months I was cool with it. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't have a problem with it. I was happy for Georgia. They finally got one after 40 years, right? But it's time to play some more games now.
That's over. That's done.
See, that's why Nick Saban has been able to repeat or win every other year or every 2 years or whatever, because you don't defend a national championship in team sports. You don't defend the title in team sports. You pursue another one. That team is different from this team. You get what I'm saying? Like in individual sports, you defend the title. Team sports, you pursue another one.
But I think he's playing with poker aces, man. Because when we get in the pros, we don't reverence coaches that high. But in colleges, some kind of way, these coaches get like these mystical powers where they reverence so high where they just did everything. When they get to the pros, you hear less about coaching. You hear more about them when they fucking up. They don't get that much credit at the top unless you at that top tier level, which it ain't very many of those coaches.
You know why? You know why it's more people put more on coaching in college than they do in the pros? Because every 4 years you only get to have a player max 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Pros, you get a good player like Tom Brady, you can have him 10, 12 years. You know what I mean? Or because the average career is 3.5 years in the NFL or something like that. But if you get one really good, good, like a Tom Brady or an Aaron Donald or somebody like that, or JJ Watt, you can have that player for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. So you at the end of the day, you're gonna have him. Let's go get another guy like him, and another guy like him, and another guy like him. All of a sudden, you end up like the Ravens, who ended up having a great defense with a lot of the same guys when you had Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, and Ray Lewis and Jimmy Smith. You end up having that same defense for 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But only thing that comes into it is you adding new wrinkles to it. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna have those same players.
Well, and then you know what? It depends on the league too, because the NBA is less prevalent with the coach. Like everybody know, NBA coaching is less about you not fucking shit up and more of you actually coaching. Because it's so positionless. It's hard to say, oh man, look at that play that coach drew up. Like that shit just don't happen on that level. Even the sorriest team, it don't work like that. Now
baseball is sure as shit don't matter.
No, it don't matter at all in baseball. Well, it kind of does. It does to a degree in baseball.
It does too. I don't want to completely shit on baseball.
It's more strategy. Yeah, baseball is more strategy. So coaching matters. In that realm, it would matter more because of who, what time, when you gonna let your pitcher pitch, when you gonna
we ain't gonna rest them at Jordan. Putting a lineup together, putting your batting lineup together.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Who gonna hit lead off? Who gonna hit fourth? When you gonna rest this player, that player? That kind of stuff. It kind of does. I wouldn't even say baseball is more strategy. The coach is actually working. Now, as far as fucking NBA, NFL, on that, like the level we talking about, man, them dudes is pros. You ain't really, especially NBA, because them dudes out there all the time. You ain't even sitting up really. You damn near got to fight with one of them guys to sit them down. Like you ain't sitting down no LeBron. You ain't sitting down Steph Curry. You ain't doing that shit. You gonna get yourself fired. That's what's gonna happen if you the coach.
Kyle, you still with us? No, he done took his sleep ass to sleep.
Yeah, he out of this, man.
Or probably doing other things, but I'm glad he got his mic muted.
Oh yeah. Hey, did y'all talk about did y'all hit that Deshaun Watson stuff? Did y'all talk about that?
Yeah. We kind of went over it earlier, man. How he getting railroaded and how they trying to how they just took his suspension to an appeal, which I think they should take it away because he already in my eyes, right? He's already served the suspension. He served the suspension last year when the Texans suspended him all year last year. They sat him for the entire 2021 season. Now, some people say because he still got paid, that wasn't really an suspension. What you call that in the real world would be administrative leave.
But what's he being suspended? But my issue would be, what's he being suspended for?
Exactly. If he went to a grand jury twice and they found out he didn't do anything criminally wrong, then what are we talking about? The man just got a fetish that and my guy 817 pointed that out earlier. And the same thing I was saying, like my man like to get rubbing tugs. That is what it is. And the Texans enabled him to live out his fetishes. Like I was saying, he didn't do anything wrong. He went out here on some Darren Sharper type shit. For anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Darren Sharper. He's a true son of a bitch, and I hope he burns in hell.
He's still in jail, right? Darren Sharper's
yeah,
still in there.
I hope he burns in hell. Yeah, he's still in jail.
That motherfucker
still
right there.
That son of a bitch. Oh man, don't even get me started.
Him and who was the cat from the Carolinas that tried to kill? Had a plot to kill his baby mama.
Yeah, he tried to kill his baby mama. Because he got his mistress pregnant when he was married.
Yeah, some stupid ass shit.
And tried to off her while she was pregnant. I think he just got out. I think he just got out not too long ago.
Because that's been a while ago, man.
Yeah, that happened like 98.
Yeah, that's been a while, way long ago. It's been a while. I think he about to get out. Yeah, he would have been to get out by now.
Yeah, I think he's either about to get out or already out.
Yeah, but he didn't kill her. He just had a whole plot. Did he kill her?
Nah, he tried to.
He had a plot.
He tried
to kill her.
Yeah, he tried to. He wasn't successful. I think I forget the details of that case, but I know they found him in Nashville in the trunk. Ray Caruth. That's his name. I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, motherfucker.
But I remember he tried to kill his mistress, his baby mama.
Free dead.
Yeah. I know he tried to kill her. I don't think he killed her, but he tried.
They caught his ass in the act of setting that whole situation up.
Mm-hmm.
Brain dead. Said what? Test tubes, baby.
Yeah, they found. Yeah, I remember they found him hiding in the trunk in Nashville. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So he been out. After serving nearly 19 years in North Carolina prisons, Caruth was released in October 2018. Yeah, so he served his time.
That goddamn fool right there. That was the dumbest shit ever, man. That had to be
the dumbest shit ever. You should have, man.
That motherfucker.
So what? Yeah, that's what I was saying. He tried to kill her. He tried to have her killed. I remember it happened in the late 90s, so he should have been out by now.
Yeah, he should be out. That was a long time ago.
They let him out 4 years ago.
Yeah, they let that stupid
conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, shooting into an occupied vehicle, using an instrument to destroy an unborn child. So yeah, he served 18 years, 11 months. So almost 19. So really we're gonna say 19 years.
Stupid mother.
So yeah, he served his sentence.
I'm son of a bitch. All that goddamn money doing that.
Worrying about
what a woman is doing.
All you had to do was just break that woman off, couple, 10, 12 grand a month back then. What was that? 98, 99? Break off 10, 12 grand a month. Wife wouldn't even know it was missing.
No, yeah. I mean, the hell, the killing and shit. That's when it just went too far. The nigga like, how your brain did it comprehend this? What I'm gonna do? Like, at what point did you get to that point? That's where it throwed everybody off. I know get bad, but that shit right there, like, man, come on, man.
Oh, and well, in 2001, he was so okay. I thought he was married. I don't really remember the story. I was young.
He wasn't married. He wasn't married.
It was his girlfriend that he tried to kill.
Yes, his girlfriend. And see, like,
I remember she was pregnant and he tried to kill her.
Yep. He didn't want to pay child support.
Okay, so his son I remember that. See, all this is coming back to me now. His son does have a disability because she got shot in the stomach.
Oh, so they actually tried. They shot her. I didn't know they shot her.
Yeah. He definitely tried to kill her.
Oh, I didn't remember that part of the story. That nigga there retarded, man. That's beyond stupid right there.
Super stupid.
Super dumb. Like, people with money, shit. If you get,
look, he was a first round pick, bro, and this is before the rookie wage scale. So he was. I remember he was a first round pick, and he got picked by the Panthers, and the Panthers was still a few years removed from being an expansion team at that point. So they weren't very good. So I know he got picked close to the top, maybe. Nah, let me see. Let me look it up. I remember he got picked in the first round. 27. Okay, so you still got paid great money back then. Bro. Bro, just take care of the baby. She said she's gonna keep it. Just take care of the baby. All you have to do, man.
It was damn fool. Most people will stay with their woman when they ain't got no prenup. If they got that money tied up, money will make you pause on a lot of shit. But killing somebody, nah, man, you fucking.
Nah, man, just if you don't want to be no daddy, if you don't want to be no daddy, 10, 12 grand a month, keep it quiet.
Yep. And that's it. Yeah, but that Deshaun Watson shit, that shit a little strange, man. How they got that whole situation set up with him, man. And you got all these people championing for that shit too, and they down for it, which is even weirder.
People what? Hold on. Explain what you mean. I'm sorry.
Like if you watch ESPN, you watch any of these talk shows, they champion. Oh yeah, they gotta suspend them. I mean, they setting up the narrative that he just got to be suspended, which is even crazier because they never go into details of what he's actually accused of and what the NFL itself did an investigation recently, and they couldn't find anything. They couldn't find anything that was to the point where he like we're saying. It was just allegations. They didn't really have no evidence. That's why he never got prosecuted. That's why the NFL never came out with nothing. They ain't just suspend them. They did their own investigation.
Right.
And during their investigation, they couldn't come up with anything saying that he raped anybody or drugged anybody. Like you said, he just did massages. He damn sure did that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is with me. I mean, my man he don't want to get nobody pregnant, don't want no STDs, don't want no meat, even though it's kind of like a little Me Too thing going on, but even then, like I just always thought it was weird that all this stuff came out 2-3 weeks after he asked for a trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you find out that the man representing, like, I think it got up to like 24 or 26 women. And the man representing like 16 or 17 of them women are best friends with the Texans owner.
Yeah.
See, little stuff like that, as my grandmama used to say, something in the milk ain't clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so when you hear stuff like that, man, and then you go into it and you really start digging, this man asked for a trade because this is coming off the heels of them giving away DeAndre Hopkins. Bill O'Brien gave him away. You trade him for David Johnson, who had that 2016, had that fantastic 2016 year, but hadn't done shit since. You trade him for him. You trade my top receiver, who DeAndre Hopkins didn't complain not one time. All them trash ass quarterbacks the Texans had, from Savage to who else was it, man? A bunch of them. A bunch of damn trash ass quarterback. Matt Schaub was below average. Who else? Texans done had a lot of trash ass quarterbacks. DeAndre Hopkins was professional through all of it, just like Larry Fitzgerald, who also had a lot of trash quarterbacks. He was professional through all of it, didn't complain. Soon as he gets a quarterback, you trade him. Because him and Bill O'Brien didn't get along. You trade him. You trade my starting left tackle, Dwayne Brown, only to have to give away all your picks to get another tackle in Laramie Tunsil. You get Kenny Stills out of there. You get what's my other guy, fast guy from Notre Dame, Will Fuller. You get him out of there. It's like you killing my offense. So if y'all not committed to winning, then I'm ready to go.
But you remember that remind me of Nancy Pelosi. They say that chick, that old broad got a folder on all the motherfuckers in the house in the Congress to get them to do what they want her to do. She got something on everybody in that motherfucker. So you don't dance.
She didn't.
Yeah, she you don't dance the way she wants you to dance. Watch out. That's the same thing with these owners. You know, look at that shit that happened with there's a few of them players that got caught up. Now they didn't come out, they didn't do it as heavy. When Big Ben got caught up with that shit, they swept that shit up under the rug quick. He got like one game or some shit. And that was actual shit that he really did that we know this motherfucker did. You didn't even hear nothing about that. That was real quick. He came out with an apology. I think he got 1, maybe 2 games, and that was it. And then it wasn't ongoing or nothing. And you got to be crazy as hell if you think that's the only time Big Ben did some crazy shit like that. Ain't no way. There had to be more than that one time. But you don't really hear it because it's not beneficial for them to say he was dancing with.
Man, everybody know Ben Roethlisberger did what he did. Son of a bitch.
That ain't the first time he did it either. That's what I'm saying, DJ.
Right. Everybody.
It can't be the first time.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, that can't be the first time. Yeah. I ain't like because he whined. I'm still a fan, but he cried every time he did something he whined too goddamn much. Like when he played the Baltimore games, he'd be like, Ben, you going today? Oh, I don't know, man. I couldn't sleep last night. I had to sit up in the chair. My back hurt, and I couldn't even lay down in the bed. I was in so much pain. Like everything was just so overly dramatic, and he never took responsibility. That's one thing about Eli. Eli took all the bullets. He ain't blamed nobody. He took it all. He is what he is as far as a player, but he took all the bullets when it came to that shit. That's one thing I get that motherfucker credit for. He took all the bullets. Let's fucking try it. Am I broke now? God damn, man. I got to call the mechanic.
I ain't never think Eli was I'm sorry, I just never think he was that good, but I appreciated him being average because my Eagles bashed him a lot. So, but it's just Eli didn't have. If I got one thing I do have in common with Skip is when I say Hall of Fame, if I got to think about it, you're not a Hall of Famer. Eli Manning, he won 2 Super Bowls. Like if he didn't win 2 Super Bowls, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Eli did what he did. He got them too, though. Can't take them from him.
Donovan McNabb, not a Hall of Famer. Ring of Honor guy for sure. Not a Hall of Famer.
Donovan ain't do a whole lot when it came to that. He shot himself in the foot the way that he led that team.
Super Bowl that we lost to the Patriots, a lot of them receivers never played again. Like Freddie Mitchell, Todd Pinkston, a lot of them guys never played again. For a long time, between 04 and 07, Brian Westbrook was our offense.
Yeah, but he shot himself in the foot because he had all that damn talent and he couldn't figure the shit out. It wasn't a talent problem.
The only time he had a true number 1 receiver was the year we went to the Super Bowl, and that's when we had T.O. Because remember, it was a time in the early 2000s where we went 3 years in. We got to the NFC Championship 3 years in a row and lost the first 2 years. The first year we lost to Tampa Bay when we were the number. I remember this shit. I was in 8th grade. We were the number 1 seed. I think we were like 13-3 that year. Had the number 1 seed, and Tampa was like the 3 seed, I want to say. And they came up there and whooped our ass. They ran us off I remember Rondé Barber had a pick 6. Warren Sapp was on. No, it wasn't even Warren Sapp that game. It was Simeon Rice. Simeon Rice was all on McNabb. Ass paws. Man, they beat us. I think it was 20-something to 10. I think it was like 28-10 or some shit. They beat the hell out of us. And then the next year, that wasn't even so bad because everybody knew Tampa had a great defense that year, and that was the year they won the Super Bowl. Everybody knew Tampa had a great defense, but the year after that was the one that was disappointing when we lost to the Panthers. We should have beat the Panthers to go to a Super Bowl, but we lost that game as I think we were the number 1 seed again. And where did Pittsburgh go? So I guess I'm alone. Blanked out. Anywho, yeah, man, but we had some disappointing seasons in the early 2000s, man. Especially with when McNabb was our quarterback. In 3 straight years, we went to the NFC Championship, finally broke through, and made it to the Super Bowl, beat Vic in 2004. You know what I mean? And ended up losing the Super Bowl to Brady in 2004. That's another reason why I give Tom Brady his respect, but I'll never like Tom Brady, even going back to his Michigan days. Because Sean Alexander, I'll never forget it. It was January, I think it was January 1st or January 2nd of the year 2000. It's 22 years ago. And there was a team that played the University of Alabama Crimson Tide in the Orange Bowl by the name of the Michigan Wolverines. Tom Brady and David Terrell beat Alabama after Sean Alexander, which was one of my favorite players growing up at Alabama. Sean Alexander had over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns that game. And we lost by 1 point to Tom Brady and David Terrell. 33-32. I'll never forget it. And ever since then, I've hated Tom Brady. And then on that note, I'd like to thank everybody for coming through, man. Thank everybody in the chat. Brandon Washington, best pugilist. Right side was in the chat earlier. Let me see. Picasso, shout out to Picasso. Jason Brown, thank you. Taylor Bell, Philip H. Who else was in here tonight? My guy Deuce trolling. G Bodium, thank you. Brandon Washington, Rob G Film, thank y'all, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Right Side. Thank you, Pittsburgh T. Who else was on the panel tonight? My guy, King Judah. Hey, feel free to come back anytime, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Feel free to come back anytime, man. We have fun over here. Who else was on the panel tonight? Shout out to my guy Mex and my other brother, my guy 817, man. Shout out to y'all as well for joining the panel tonight. Of course, shout out to the host, my guy Kyle over in the boxing section, man. Appreciate you for letting me come on and cook. We had fun tonight, man. This was a good show, but you know, the ride must end sometime, and what time is better than now? Well, shout out to y'all, man. Come back tomorrow. We're gonna do it again. Peace.
At the roots, he let the beats build, bitch, and we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section, cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.